Welcome back to Relics of the Past. When we last left off the party, they were making their way back from Shangri-La, the realm between realms, in the middle of the weave itself. The Renoan, the leader of the Shangri-Lans, gave them a a Shangri-La anchor, which will allow them to enter Shangri-La whenever they feel like it, without needing to separate their bodies and souls again. So they have an anchor point. So the great time issues that would come from traveling to Shangri-La would happen. And the party wakes up. All of you submerged in the waters of the swamp. Not enough to cover you. It's like maybe you guys lay on it, and you guys are roughly halfway covered and stuff, laying down in the water. You hear the sounds of simple frogs and crickets chirping as it is. I'm gonna say about maybe like 6, 7 in the afternoon, and it's starting to wind down for nighttime, at least. The water is cool to the touch, and you guys all kind of open your eyes simultaneously of one another, at least. But you do hear a new voice before that you did not hear before. You guys look around in the initial round. For you who actually no, you guys hear a new voice.
You're awake, you're awake. I'm so happy that you're alive.
Who are you?
What is
And what
going
is
on?
Lucy?
Who am I? I could be anyone. But my real name is Grillfried.
Okay, can we get ourselves a description of this character?
Please describe yourself.
Who, me?
Yes, describe your character. What does your character look like?
I am a goblin. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a physical description, stuff like armor, clothing, skin, ear shapes.
Well, I have, like...
Mind's eye. Describe off the top
Are
of your
you
head.
a mind goblin?
No.
Shut up.
I have no idea what a mind goblin is.
My
No,
goblin is
no! God damn it. We're not even 5 minutes in.
I'm already punishing.
We're literally just hit like the 2.5 minute mark. We're not even 5 minutes in, and there's already been a dick joke. Oh my god.
I'm
Alright.
going 2 fucking D8 for this shit.
God damn it.
14.
Honey,
Nate,
I'm mute for
your
a second.
character-
My
Okay.
I'm sorry, he made a goblin character. I couldn't help.
Nate, you take 14 points of psionic damage. All of a sudden, you hear galloping above your head. A rock falls out and hits you in the fucking head.
Ow.
Jesus.
It's good.
Fucking worth it.
God.
He
Alright.
walked right in.
Kenny, please finish describing your character.
Yeah, well, I'm a goblin with a little bit fuzzy around the facial and stuff. I'm wearing like a purple hoodie with some goggles and stuff.
Okay.
With,
Are the goggles placed upon the ridge of your brow or around
like
your
on
neck?
my eyes.
Oh, you're wearing them. Okay, you're wearing them proper. Okay then. So fuzzy. Does that mean you have facial hair?
No, just like I'm more like
Mutton chops?
no, it's more like a furry kind of goblin.
Oh, so peach fuzz then?
Yeah.
So we have a peach fuzz
all
goblin.
over.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
he cannot grow a full beard. Instead, the peach fuzz just expanded and covered his body.
Well, it's not more of a beard. It's more like I'm like a goblin who's a furry.
We got a furry.
We've
No.
already had one furry in here.
We've had
Okay.
multiple.
Yeah, we
Okay,
really have.
Okay. For those who stand up and look around, you notice 2 things. A, you notice your goblin friend standing there. goblin friend standing there. Along with that, the wub wizard is nowhere to be seen.
Sorry about that. What did I miss?
Okay, so he was giving me, Kenny was giving me a description of his character. He described himself as a goblin wearing a little bit of armor. He's wearing what looks like to be a purplish hoodie with goggles on his eyes, and he is a winter goblin. So he's a goblin species and stuff that has a bit of fluff to them.
Right.
And stuff for,
I'm going to check my pockets and see if he stole anything off of my person.
you check your pockets and see that not a single thing had been stolen from it.
Don't check your pockets. I'm not much of a thief.
I'm gonna just
Feel free to
stand
roll-
up.
Then what exactly are you?
I'm a cleric.
Okay. You do notice that stuff. As you start getting a look at his armor and such, you notice that it does have a few what looks like to be holy symbols worked into it.
Yeah, I went and grabbed one.
Dare, when you stand up, you get
I mean, the dryer's on.
this. Yes.
No, I'm standing up,
Oh, sure.
just towering over. How tall is he compared?
Ken, how tall are you?
Pretty sure he's taller than me.
We're definitely taller.
We got
How tall is your character? Like 3, 4 feet high, 3.5.
I don't think we ever gotten.
Goblins are short. They're short as fuck. You're a small race.
They're a
Yeah, basically-
small race that don't
I
last
think that
long.
you're between 4 to 2 feet tall in that ballpark range. You can say how
The average is 3 feet to 3.5, maybe to 4 feet.
yeah. So more between the 3 and 4 range,
And the size of a child.
basically.
We're gonna need to get you a booster seat at the dining room.
Oh, don't give me sorrow that. I already know that joke from a certain D and D.
Anyway, but beyond that, Dare, you notice that your character, Abe, when you stand up, you feel something interesting. You get a shiver down your spine as you can feel the water dripping off your armor plating. And the
That's
wind
strange.
What's strange? The fact that you're soaking wet? That's pretty normal to me, pal.
More the fact that I can feel it.
Well, anyway,
I'm not supposed to be able to do that.
I'll count it as a blessing.
I'm going to go above board for a second and say that most of the party and stuff, you included for the moment, and stuff would know that his sense of touch and the world around his senses are much more dulled down. Particularly his senses of touch, smell, and taste is non-existent. Like his sense of touch, the most he can do is like something is touching me, something is not touching me. That is it.
Feel
cannot-
vibrations in the ground or in the walls around him or wherever he can feel vibration.
Very
much.
to light degree.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
basically. But that does basically he has no sense of temperature control, very fine senses and stuff. He has very simple, but with him saying that he can feel it, like he feel being wet. For him, if he was wet before, if he got wet earlier in the campaign stuff, he wouldn't feel it. He would just notice he's dripping, and that's about it. Maybe a touch of resistance in his joints, but that would be the most he would get. This, he can actually feel like he's wet. Like when you step out of a swimming pool and feel the water dripping, the temperature dropping around you due to you being wet. He can feel that.
Is it always this cold?
Get used to it, Tin Man. That's what being mortal's about.
Oh, I almost forgot what this is like. Wait, that doesn't make any
Y'all are-
sense, though.
Why can you feel cold?
I don't know. I shouldn't be able to.
Michaeleen grabbing
Here,
his tail and
let's see if we
wringing it
can
out.
do a. Let's see if we can do a reboot. I'm gonna go and mess with the your amulet in your chest. See if something's going on.
N- Nate, roll me an investigation check, please. DC 10.
Find my dice. They're up here somewhere. These do a what now?
Investigation. Or perception, whichever or.
You just have to beat 10.
I mean, I rolled a 19 on the die, so I don't really need to worry about any bonuses.
Okay. As you go to fill the thing, you notice that the amulet typically would have like a perfectly smooth round circle around it and would be easily like turnable. It looks like it kind of flash welded itself, where it's put this way, it's solidified in his chest. Like you cannot remove it.
I'm gonna look at him and go, "Rut-row, Raggy."
What? What's wrong?
Raggy? What?
It appears the amulet has melded with the body.
That's not possible. That's not possible. I'm gonna like reach down and like try to grab it.
It's welded shut. You physically cannot move it. And you know what? Roll me a perception check, but this one specifically is on touch.
Why isn't this working? That is an 18.
18. Okay. So you feel okay, you get this very interesting sensation, both from the inside of your chest where the amulet is, but also from your fingertips. As you're yanking on it, you gain this sensation and stuff, almost like a yeah. And with you kind of freaking out a little bit, the sensation is noticeable. You can feel it. Earlier, you didn't feel it whatsoever. Whatsoever and stuff. But
This shouldn't be like this. This is not.
Hey, maybe stop trying to rip out your solar there.
It's supposed to come out easily.
Abe, as you're pulling on it and stuff, the beat, the rhythm of the amulet kind of picks up a bit more and stuff, and then all of a sudden, your hand kind of gets jolted back a little bit, as you can see, like blue sparks kind of zapping your hand back.
Hold up, you felt pain.
What the hell is going on?
As the sensation in your chest, the whole beating sensation, kind of, as you kind of go in, it's still there, but it starts to fade.
What the hell is this?
Could I do an Arcana check and see if whatever is happening to him, can I just try and see if my theory of him being in Shangri-La did something weird to his soul?
So what check did you want to make?
Like an Arcana check.
Sure.
See if my Tree of Life tattoo starts to resonate in a weird way.
Salt, when you get a second, check your DMs.
Okay.
Is a 17. My Arcana is a +5. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Okay. I'll paint an image for you. that should be very, very easily. Imagine a match being lit.
Oh no, wait, it's not +5. That's my acrobatics. I have +3s, but it's 17, 18, 19, 20. Still a 20.
So, okay. You get the image that his soul was once a very small flame, no bigger than a match when lit. When you feel it now, feels more like a candle that's been lit. The flame's a bit bigger, and you come to the conclusion that maybe it's recovering, or at least growing in some sense.
Can I try and visualize this by taking out that seeing stone I got from Shangri-La and focusing on uh,
Sure.
I'm not looking for any fey creatures. I'm specifically looking at his soul.
Yeah. So when you take it out, at least you cover it and stuff until you get to the end of the deal. So as you look around, you kind of see in his chest kind of a similar degree of what I described and stuff. You see what looks like to be a small flame. Hey, what color is your soul?
Kind of a dark blue.
Dark blue. Okay. You see what looks like to be a dark blue flame, no bigger than the flame of a candle and stuff. So it's not small like a match, but it's bigger. But you can also see around the amulet what looks like to be very thin cordage or strings coming out. And so far, you the most noticeable maybe about 3.5 inches and stuff away from the chest. And then they kind of that's it. Another one way I think would be best way to describe the way they look is almost kind of like mycelium.
So lots of little branching veins.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see?
How strong would you say your soul was before?
Weaker than dirt.
Well, if I were best to describe it, your soul went from being what I could only describe as an ember to being this candle flame.
How?
And Kain, come here.
How is that
Don't-
I
possible?
will.
Don't
I'm
look
going
around.
to.
You don't want to find anything without protection, but look through this at only your brother.
I will look through it.
Okay.
What do I
And
see?
Nate, you see a similar sight. Do you see what looks like to be a small blue flame, about the same size as a candle's flame, with what looks like to be mycelium-like branches going from the amulet outward, about maybe 3.5 inches away from the core, and then disappearing.
Can
Into the thing.
Can I try and use my tendrils to give like a visual image to Abe of what we're seeing?
So basically recreate the sight that you're seeing through the seeing stone.
Yes, because he can't look at himself really.
If you could, do you have the cantrip Minor Illusion? Because
I
if you
don't
do
think
that,
so.
you could, in theory. Oh wait, we have prestidigitation. He gave that to every spellcaster for basically free.
Yeah.
Can't you
Wait.
create like a visualization with prestidigitation?
I mean, if that's the case, then I can do it.
You know what? For this time and stuff, I'll just allow it and stuff. You guys
Cool.
being creative right now.
I will do just that. I will form this illusion of what we are seeing.
Yeah. Anyway, Ken.
Hmm.
So the entire party sees it now. Uh, but I'm gonna say he does it directly over your chest. I'm gonna say about 5 inches away, almost kind of like a hologram, almost, so you can see this. But basically, he makes a diagram. So Abe it has this medallion, this amulet in his chest, kind of like Iron Man's reactor.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, and basically what the hologram looks like is basically looks like there is a very small blue flame, like maybe yay big, and stuff floating above it, and around the edge of the amulet, so it in the middle, with the amulet around it, looks like to be these whitish veins, like mycelium, going off it for about 3.5 inches, and then just disappearing. And the flame itself, it does flicker, but it's a very slow rhythmic flicker. It isn't audible in any sense, but it looks pulsating in a sense, similar to
Like a heartbeat.
yeah, similar to a heartbeat.
Looks like a mechanical heart fused with magic to me.
Is
Does not
there a
make any
way he
sense.
can? Is there a way he can get closer to whatever mic he's speaking from? He is really hard to hear.
You're gonna have to speak up, Ken, and stuff, because it's like, again, I have the good mic here, so yeah. So speak up at least. You can't
All right,
be quiet.
is this good enough?
Yes, I can actually hear
Much
now.
better.
Much better.
Okay.
Go for it again.
It looks like a mechanical heart infused with magic.
Doesn't make any sense. How is that possible?
Well, anything's
Well,
possible in this world.
I mean, look at you. You're a soul of a man stuck in an amulet. I'm a half shadow being from another plane, and then we have a goblin and a bird lady.
She's
Yep.
no longer here.
Oh, she's not playing anymore?
Unfortunately, no. I will double check one last time, but it sounds like that she's dropping out, and Viking can contest that. That seems to be the case.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. And I mean, just look at the evidence you've seen so far. I mean,
Dare.
I mean, you're right. We've only just made it past the tutorial.
Yeah, we should probably not stay here for very long.
Dare.
Yeah.
All of a sudden and stuff, you feel vibrations from your midsection and stuff, and I'm gonna say it's audible and stuff. There is what sounds to be gurgling and hunger.
God damn it, this better not be something new that I actually have to deal with.
Okay, Michaeleen's gonna walk over to the dry area,
Mhm.
and
The caravan should still be close to where where we were laying.
Yes, it still
where's
is.
Lucy?
Lucy. Okay, I will say this: particularly when you wake up, Michaeleen, Lucy is like right next to you and stuff, and her head is like right to the side, and she kind of she was basically acting like a big worried puppy and stuff when like their owner is like laying on the ground unconscious or some shit.
Hmm.
So she is very much like protective mama over you at the moment. Now, like the second you kind of woke up and stuff, she did kind of pounce you a little bit, but she was being very gentle with it. And she somehow,
Okay.
I'm gonna say that she somehow figured out a way to shrink on her own, so she can now do it at will when she wants.
Oh joy.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, Michaeleen's gonna walk over to the dry part of this wetland, and I'm gonna make a fire, and I'm gonna try and find something to cook.
I mean, we
Uh,
definitely have meat in our bags.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this: you guys have. I'll put it this way: you have enough meat in your bags and stuff. You can easily start frying up some meat and get some light seasonings up. Nothing too fancy, but
And
you
I
can
will
get.
be cooking
Yeah.
using Cinchi's Walk,
Mhm.
which
You
gives a
guys
plus
probably
4
don't
to
want
the
stuff.
effect that the
Fire.
food gives.
Yep. Okay.
I think it would be wise to make a lot of food.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I'm-
son,
I'm
what's
a
happening
walk
all
up.
of a sudden?
I'm gonna walk up and wrap my arm around my brother. Be like, now you understand what hunger feels like.
I knew what it was before. It's just been about 400 years since.
Okay, above board, Dare's character has the condition on starving as hell. This condition is a very rare one to get because you have to basically not eat for more than 200 years. Here's to put simply and stuff. This so for basically every 100 years after the 200 mark and stuff. So once you get the base level version, you have to consume basically about 100 pounds of food and stuff to satiate this hunger. And literally anything edible has to count.
Shit.
But for every 100 years afterwards, that's an additional 100 pounds. So he basically has to eat 300 pounds worth of food and drink. It's combined. So yeah.
Okay, so I should probably roll for cooking.
Yes.
Well, if he needs to eat that much, then we gotta find that much meat.
We have close to that
And
much meat.
We're not.
We don't
gonna
want to
cook
deplete
my
our entire
brother.
stockpile.
We can go hunting.
I will say this.
Keep in mind,
depending on
Michaeleen was a monster hunter by trade.
While
So
while Michaeleen is doing his thing, getting ready to cook, I'm gonna just go wandering around looking for any animal I can kill.
Okay. As it's like as you turn away and stuff, there you feel something.
I'm gonna just swing from trees with my tendrils.
Oh no! You haven't left yet. But quick question. You should be able to see left or right hand real quick.
Right?
Right hand. You feel something interesting open up on the back palm. So basically, the back of your hand and stuff. You feel like something form with your ooze naturally, kind of like you weren't even thinking about this, and then you feel like something opens and stuff. Party members looking at him, and Tim sees what looks like to be a giant eye that just opened on the back of his hand.
I'm gonna just look at Nate. I'm gonna look at Nate's character. I'm gonna look at Viking's character. I'll look back and back. Please tell me you don't have something fucked up too.
Listen,
Normal?
the strangest thing about me is my Tree of Life tattoo here.
and he pulls his shirt down to reveal it.
That is the most tame thing we have seen yet since we got back from the other dimension.
I spent about
Has my
400
tree
years in
has
the shadow
has it
plane.
grown at all, or does it look like the root system on the tattoo is spread?
I presume
Has
the
anything
tattoo-
weird happened?
Okay, I presume the tattoo design. I presume the tattoo design was very simple, like one-dimensional, just the shape of a tree.
Shape of a tree, outline branching here, trunk of the tree, and then branching out root system.
Yeah, and the way I imagined it, though, that there was a circle around it, kind of encapsulating it.
Something like that.
Sure. I'm gonna say the only thing that really changed on it is it has a bit more detail to it, and that's about it. So it just has a few extra lines and stuff that kind of break up the leaves a bit more to make it look more three-dimensional slightly. And that's about it.
Looks slightly more detailed, but aside from that, no.
What the fuck was in that concoction we ate?
I don't think we ate
I'm just gonna look at my hand and feel of it, because it feels different than it used to. Normally, it would be either me forming like a normal flesh hand, or it would just be a large shadowy claw. But it now has a big old eye on it with some like
Nate, I have a
skin
question real quick.
on it.
In the shadow thing and stuff, did put it this way, did you get a new name when you were in there, or did you stick with the same one?
I did get a new name.
Okay. What's that name?
Hold on. I actually have this. I have to go find it. Give me like 30 seconds because I have it written down.
Or
Not
is
gonna
this a
lie, I thought he was
retcon giving him a
Horon.
new name?
Okay. Give me
No,
5
no, no.
seconds.
It's like different dimension with different language. They gave him a new name in order to refer him in their language.
Right.
I just had to figure out which set of cards it's in.
So technically, he will still be Kain.
Kain.
The I or whatever it is probably will just telepathically refer to him as something else.
Oh, it ain't telepathically.
Is it gonna grow a little mouth on the other hand?
Is it gonna talk like this?
Hey, you guys doing?
I really hope not, but
Come on, you don't want to be cheered on by a grumpy old man.
well, no, because hold on, I have it written down, and now I can't remember where it is.
Is it gonna
Pulls out. I
sound
think
this?
Of one of them, yes.
pulls a maneuver from
One.
Parasite, Magi or Mugi.
I'm just gonna enjoy my second drink.
Anyway,
We're 30 minutes in. I've already poured a second drink.
yeah.
Fuck!
And we're still right where we woke up. 30 minutes in. Cool.
Why would we
It's
move? Clearly, this is a great conversation spot.
Whatever. Once I'm done cooking and we've eaten, we go to the desert.
Bins will. I will say this. At this point, Bins does walk up towards you guys.
Benz!
Was Binns with us the whole time?
No, he was on the
No,
caravan.
He was in the caravan. He walks up and stuff and, oh, guys, you're back. I was wondering when you'd get back and stuff. And so, did you get anything new, at least? Any job-wise, anything?
Benz,
Just
I'm
asking.
hungry. Do you have any food?
He looks perplexed. Machine, you're hungry? Aren't you a machine? Is that not needed for you?
What does Pixie say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pixie's still in my backpack, so.
Is Pixie hungry?
Okay.
You
No,
are all
she's not.
these NPCs. Keep an eye on them.
Come on. Come on.
We need the detail.
Just a quick message there. Ah, damn flies!
Sire, I request the details.
Okay. The hand, the eye and stuff kind of blinks a little bit, but then the pupil starts moving around looking, and it looks directly at you. Nate.
Hold on, what color is the pupil?
The pupil was pure black, but the iris.
Okay, the iris.
Yeah. So the iris. Okay. I'm gonna say it's a pale red color.
That's not good.
That does seem to glow a slightly bit.
Same color as this rubber band.
Yeah, a touch more red. But anyway, it kind of blinks a little bit. The pupil looks directly at you, and and surprisingly enough, a light feminine voice comes from your arm and stuff.
Hold on,
Bella?
no, wrong color.
What color then?
Hers was green.
Okay, green then. It's a green eye, similar-esque, lightly glowing. My bad.
If you're talking about the mother, that is.
This is the sis.
Oh, then that could be any fucking color you want other than red.
Fine, I'm gonna go with the pale yellow and stuff.
Cool.
Touch of green mixed in. Anyway, so then looks has has a feminine voice to it and stuff, and simply says the name Belloc.
It's
Belloc, is that
pronounced
you?
fuck, but uh,
Oh, Belloc, Belloc.
yeah, I'm gonna look at my hand, questioning if I heard that right. Si- si- sister? The, the fuck?
As the eye is kind of looking at you, it does kind of start growing a little bit and stuff, as like a black tendril and stuff with an eye on it and stuff. Belloc, it's been oh finally, we've been trying to get in contact with you for so long.
Is this in
What happened?
is this in early common, like 400 years ago common?
No, this isn't
Michaeleen,
plain common.
oh,
Plain common, but it does sound like there's a bit of an accent onto it, but you can't place it.
Okay, can someone please explain what is going on here?
The little eye stalk and stuff on his hand kind of rotates towards you. Oh, what's her name, real quick?
Michaeleen.
Not you. I'm talking to Nate.
The sister's name.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with one for her.
Just I am
I'll-
the sister.
I am the sister.
How about
It's okay. We can flush out the details later. But oh,
I came up
Oh.
with the father's name. That was about it.
anyway. Oh, I'm Belloc's sister. So and stuff.
And
Sister of the
what's
Shadow.
your name?
That's fucking news to me.
What do you mean, in construct?
I'm gonna look at
As the
her
tendril kind of
and-
looks towards Abe's character.
that's my actual brother that I told you about.
Oh, so you are Abe then?
How the fuck do you know my name?
Belloc told me.
And Belloc is.
He's standing right in
I-
front of you. He's the one
I'll turn and look at Abe. I am Balak.
Okay, I think that we all need to just sit down and explain ourselves.
I'm too fucking hungry for this.
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna roll for cooking now.
Yeah, roll for cooking, and then if everyone's okay with this, I'm just gonna jump cut a little bit just so we can get people on the road so we can get moving.
That is a 18 for cooking.
Mhm.
What would I add to cooking? Dexterity?
Dexterity.
I would call it dexterity.
Dex would be like for pan tossing, searing, that kind of stuff. For like seasoning and spicing, I'm gonna say you can do that like an Incarna check, so like it would be like an alchemy check kinda. So intelligence based.
Okay. Intelligence based.
Or a survival check because cooking kind of is survival.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Put it this way, cooking will be survival from now on.
Okay,
What's
so I
that?
add a +4 to that. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Oh. Ken, shut that door.
Is that your dad or G?
Okay. But yeah, AC's no. Put it this way, AC's not working and stuff for the house right now.
That
Bring Tyre
sucks.
in, close door. Lock her down, by the way. Top and bottom. Just slam it. There you go.
Let's move on.
I think I can double a little bit of usefulness out of this as a bit of a light source. There you go. Oh no, too fucking bright. Too fucking bright.
So this was not the time for this.
Okay. Okay, salaries.
Lord,
Oh,
that's not nice.
I am aware. This is not really needed, but I've been watching some. I don't remember who they are, but do you know the D&D group that has like Chuckles and all that?
Oh yes, I know those guys.
Yeah.
So I recently started watching their Stardust Rhapsody one.
Mhm.
Yes.
So far, it's pretty. I like it.
Oh, if there was wine in hell.
Only if there was wine in hell.
That sounds like the Mad Hatter right there.
Well, there is, but it's only boxed Marlowe, and who would ever drink that?
Oh God.
The honk stream.
Can we get back to the thing now, please?
Let's get
I
back to the
rolled an
session.
18 plus 4 for cooking. What bonuses do I get for that?
Okay, 18 plus
Give
4.
us the bonus.
Anyway, that's gonna be 22. You cook the food very well and stuff, and I'm gonna say just due to this pan itself, the oil kind of when you first add the first bit of oil to the pan stuff, it's like the pan's rip roaring hot, but to like the perfect temperature. The oil almost kind of soaks into the pan just a little bit, and you toss it on, and it like is buttery smooth, does not stick at all. Period. And you get like a perfect sear on this thing, and yeah. Put simply, there, the scent wafting off this thing and stuff, and smells. Oh my word, the smells. The smells of the food are insane. It's like your mouth, for some reason, you feel liquid dripping out of it.
Bruh, are you
As
just like a
Is
man outside now?
it ready?
as you guys see this weird translucent slightly yellow tinged liquid like oozing from like the edges and lips of Abe's character.
I wasn't aware that robots had lips.
Well,
It's
wasn't
not
aware that
at this point. It's not like lips at all. It's literally just like an opening.
that moved up and down and stuff. He could put it this way: he could speak by not moving his mouth at all. He just has that. He put that moving feature in just to make it look a bit more natural.
Have you guys ever seen Bicentennial Man? You know how when they took off Andrew's face, he looked like that weird thing? Maybe sometime down the line we can have Abe get an upgraded face to actually sort of resemble something alive.
Yes, because right now I do not look alive right now. I still
Hold on,
very
yeah.
much
time out.
look like a fucking robot.
Yes.
Could we have you be like a FNAF animatronic where like you have your normal face and then it just opens to reveal?
Yeah, have you seen Bicentennial Man when they took off Andrew's face? It's exactly that underneath.
No, I have not.
Oh,
It's
it's
just-
such a good film. It's Robin Williams.
Hey, no more things. No more things.
Wait, is
Anyway,
Anyway,
after
Jingle, jingle,
Abe
jingle.
asks if it's ready or not, Michaeleen's going to give him sort of
the food does smell rather nice.
he's going to give him a raised eyebrow blank stare, like,
You're really hungry, aren't you?
For some reason, I'm starving more than anything I've ever felt. I don't like it, but I need to satisfy it.
Well, I'm
okay,
starting over
first
here.
portion, giving it right to Abe.
He just takes the entire.
It looks. I will say this: mixture. The sight before you is mixtures of horror, disgust, confusion.
And
As you
slight
see this,
intrigue.
slight intrigue. As you see this mechanical man start slagging the food down as humanly possible and slamming it down. His mouth opening a little bit bigger, like a little bit more than it's built for.
Does
like-
it kind of look like Kermit the Frog just nom 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 eating?
Sort of,
He's
kind of.
Man right
No,
now.
I'm just gonna go.
Like the back of his head unhinges, like, and he just like starts pouring things down.
Just ah.
You ever see Meet Dave? That one Eddie Murphy movie where that one hot dog eating contest scene.
Oh yeah.
Please no.
Yeah. No, what I'm thinking is more like Beetlejuice when they mess up their faces. It's just the giant jaw.
Yeah.
Or like that one clip of the one
So-
girl who's laughing and her face procedurally opens more and more.
Yes, exactly.
God. Oh God.
Anyway, but yeah, and Dare, the stuff you're shoving down, you taste it, and it tastes so good, dude. Like it's like who the fuck knew food could taste this fucking good and stuff. I
Yeah,
should.
Does it bring a tear to his cybernetic eye?
Our parents couldn't
Yeah,
cook for
probably.
shit.
A drop of like
If we remember anything,
The
Yeah.
go and pat him on the back. Be like,
And
it's all right.
Guys, I cannot hear Salt at all. What did you say?
Okay. So you see what looks like to be like oil kind of building up along the bottom edge of his eye, and the tint of the oil is like jet black. But if you look at it, you can see the slight hints of red mixed in.
He's crying blood?
Well, it's oil. It's just oil.
Oil.
Right.
It's just oil. Nothing suspicious there.
Wait a second.
I'm gonna go grab a Jack Daniels real quick. Hold on.
Sounds good.
Hell's Cola.
Nice.
Just waiting for someone to break the ice.
Goblin person.
You know,
All right, so what's going on?
I have never tasted anything like this. Now, all I've been eating was stale bread.
I'm gonna turn and look. Why did the goblin follow us?
Because
You guys haven't moved yet. You're still kind of. I'm guessing you guys were near the caravan when you cooked up food and stuff.
Oh,
So what's your story, little dude?
But I don't, I retcon what I just said. Michaeleen would not use the word dude.
So, what's your story, little man?
Well, do you really want to know?
Considering that you were just hanging around us, unconscious, for God knows how long, that's kind of creepy.
I'm gonna stop eating for a second. You do have to admit that is extremely fucking creepy.
I will also agree with that statement.
Well, you only.
And if we
watch
don't
them.
get an explanation, we can just add him to the pot.
I'm not going to cook up a sentient living creature. I draw the line at cannibalism.
What if we lobotomize him?
They're goblins.
I don't care. They're still sapient.
If we lobotomize him, then he's not.
Don't
Emergency
care. He was still at one point.
Emergency rations.
What is with you in trying to eat another person?
Hey, I've been through some shit.
I'm pretty sure I'll eat rocks at this point.
I'm gonna pick up a rather shiny looking rock and hand it to you.
Is he gonna say prove it?
You
How did
Okay.
that taste?
You proceed
like
to
shit.
crunch into this rock and stuff like hard candy. hard candy and stuff. Not like the super hard candy, but it's like the like the crunchy candy. And
Does
just
it
you
hurt his
crunch it.
robot gums?
Uh, no, he bites into it and seems to have no issue literally eating the rock.
Imagine you can just process minerals now.
It's a
The
bit
rock
salty.
is- Yeah,
If
it
he
has a bit-
processes minerals, does he shit a literal metal brick?
Please, we need this.
Okay. Hey, well, okay. Well, just saying, hunger does have that as a byproduct. You'll just have to wait and see.
Oh no! He's gonna
Oh my
eat
god,
all
after all that Abe's eating, he's gonna shit a fucking mountain.
Oh my god.
We're just gonna see him run to a bathroom or just over it by.
No,
And
I'm
we're
just
just
gonna.
No, we're gonna see him rush into a bathroom, and we're gonna hear the COD like nuclear sound effect in the background.
Nah, I'm thinking more of the from Grown Ups 2. Get off me!
Okay, can we please get back to the
Oh my
campaign?
god.
Fun is fun, but
Let's
Okay,
continue.
Okay. Yes, let's continue.
So it's a salty rock.
Anyway,
Yes.
slightly salty, and you do pick up some other flavors in it that also are kind of interesting. But overall, compared to the meat, it's garbage. It doesn't taste bad, but the meat's better. The meat is better.
I'll find a rock sirloin from the Gorons.
Red rock roast.
Well, if you want my opinion, go for the granite. The Deserites are terrible.
You eat rocks, Goblin?
No, I lick them. I mean, I
Right.
have to get my self-efficiency somehow.
I'm just gonna go and reach for some more food. Just using a tendril to reach out and grab it.
You still haven't told me what bonuses we're all getting from this food.
Okay, bonuses wise, I'm gonna say for right now, since it's being the first meal at least, it's tasting really, really good. Really, really good and stuff. And the bonuses, I'm guessing the bonus is mainly going towards Dare at the moment and stuff. Where, how much food have you cooked up so far?
So far, I've cooked up about 30 pounds of the meat that we have.
Okay, 30 pounds. I'm gonna say with the bonuses of for Dare, it's acting more like he's eating just the food he ate and stuff is about 60 pounds worth and stuff. So he's getting a bit of a bonus. It's almost double what the pan is offering and stuff. So for him, eating food from the walk will make the starving man condition go away much, much quicker.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You have a special walking knife now.
Yes.
Yeah, which he's cooking with.
But I'm saying
speaking of
bonuses
which,
like
did you
extra
ever
hit
notice-
points,
Yes, but
extra dexterity or
Yes.
something.
okay. And like I said before, those put it this way, the next meals you make out of it will have a bonus. The bonus right now is just going towards him.
Okay, so the bonus right now is just going towards making him not starving.
Yes. And I'll say this, I'll put it this way and stuff. The walk itself, again, it was carried by Senshi and stuff, so I'm gonna say it kind of embodies his energy a little bit. So if there's starving people, it focuses on them first.
Right.
So yeah.
Can I
question.
look around? This is a wetland, right? We're in a wetland?
Yes.
He wants
Can I
mushroom.
look for wild rice?
Sure. Roll me an investigation deal, but I kind of put it this way. I'm trying to get the game moving now and stuff. So
Right,
you guys
right.
can get.
But this is
something
for like
interesting.
next meal.
Yes, for next.
Also, while he's doing that,
16 plus my.
do you have the
investigation
stats from
plus
all those
5
items we got?
plus 3. 19.
Because I don't remember. Like, I know he told us what they did, but I don't know if they have like actual stat blocks.
Oh, by the way, I've decided on what my magic cloak is. My magic cloak is a cloak of invisibility.
Your mic just went really low.
Mine?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Oh
Yes.
wow,
Sorry about that.
very good.
But my cloak is now a cloak of invisibility.
Which for you at least, I'm gonna let you flavor and stuff, but for right now, it has a very, I'm gonna say maybe almost like the pattern like a like Middle Eastern carpet would have those very pretty mandalas and stuff. It kind of has that mentality on the.
Right, but
I'll
can
say-
I explain what like the style of the cloak?
Sure.
Have you
Sure,
ever
something about it.
seen? Have you ever played Assassin's Creed Ezio?
Yes.
Ezio has that like
Oh,
half thing that goes over one arm, but it's
Oh.
like that, but it also has a hood.
Yeah. Kind of like a poncho.
Kinda.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're looking for wild rice and stuff, people are looking around. Bins walks around. You see a frilled blah, a lizard folk walk out in the style species of a frilled lizard, fairly skinny, short, about 5 foot, wearing very dirty school garment.
Bins?
Yeah, Bins. He's still wearing in his Charrington High uniform.
And what
We
do
need to
you
give
want,
this-
Beans?
We need to give him some clothes.
Or
He's
just
starting to
get
smell.
him. Anyway. Well, I was just wondering at least where are we off to next so we can chart a proper course. Along with that, I also was grabbing my books and journal to take notes of any particular changes that you guys had, at least.
In Shangri-La, they told us to find the pillars, and they were all in the locations of the great chasms.
The Great Chasms.
Yes,
Oh,
we're going to the
where-
desert first.
Why go to the desert? We're much closer to the magic one. And as Ben proceeds to pull out a map and lay it on a rock, and he points out, see? He points
It
out
is
to
for
the magic chasm. It would only be like a month journey at most. Let's
It
make
is
it
for
that way. If you go-
personal reasons.
Yeah,
I will not waste any time.
Well,
But-
wait,
Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off and stuff. Report and stuff.
I was just going in the car. Oh wait, best get out of here as soon as possible.
Anyway.
I wonder what this new energy source we have is going to do for the thing.
Oh, you mean the ever burning cursed sword?
Yes, that's now our fuel source.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
I'm
talking
glad I
about.
pointed that out to you.
Okay.
I have not.
Ben's,
I have not
Desmond,
retrofitted it yet.
and the sword still in its thing. But anyway, I'm just mentioning something at least. Michaeleen, if we go to the Great Chasm in the desert, that will be a multiple month journey. Ernie and stuff. Would it not be easier and make more sense to go to the nearest one first?
I will not go there first. I will waste no more time. I am so close to my goal.
Bins will recoil a little bit away from you and stuff, with you kind of getting puffed up a little bit. And I'm gonna say everyone notices this.
Michaeleen's tail is definitely a bit more floofy, like an angry cat.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to look over to Michaeleen because I think we probably overheard his story at that time. But
Well,
be
he
like, we
overheard
know
that he was looking for a guy named Kezes Indrath.
Well, I thought you explained more about your story while we were
No,
walking.
because we never got the actual
Opportunity.
opportunity to, because I was actually going to go into sort of an in-depth description of Michaeleen's backstory, but we never got to.
Oh,
Okay. Give me like 3 seconds and stuff. Up and we can continue.
man, I could have sworn because I remember
Yeah, we were looking for alcohol for Michaeleen to drink first because he got pissed at the I'm going to call her the Oracle lady who sees everything in our world. Because she basically gave him information he already had
Which led to the
about
standoff earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, but I remember us walking down the hall and
We were
Estrella had asked you what that was all about, and then I remember you explaining a bit, and then Abe saying he was sorry about that or whatever.
Yeah, we did get a small explanation. I don't think we got full explanation, but we did get some of it. So we basically
and I said
we
that
understand.
if you wanted to learn any more that he would need a drink.
Yeah.
We were going to
So
look for alcohol in there, but we never did.
no, because Salt wanted to rush us out, but we could pretty much have the basic gist of why you want to find this guy so much.
No. Um. Anyway, I'm gonna say while the time has passed, it went from like 6-ish, 7-ish and stuff, and it's starting to get to like 8, 9-ish. So it's about been an hour since you have been around. So you guys do put this way. You guys have the
Wake your
options of
ma.
just. You guys have the options of either spending the night, sleeping in and leaving early in the morning, or moving on now.
Hold on, does Abe require sleep now?
I'm gonna say for right now and stuff, you aren't feeling anything of that nature. But I will say this: the food has tempered your hunger, so it's like you're still hungry and stuff, but it isn't hurting anymore.
Mm.
Once the food in the belly kind of wears out and stuff, you will have to eat some more and stuff. But for right now, you are lightly sated until the next time you need to eat.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, above board, I'm trying to get the whole train rolling again for story time.
Mhm.
So, why Bin's kind of lightly like drops his furl just a little bit. It and like asks, why are you so insistent on getting to the desert? As he like kind of like winces again and kind of hide behind his journal.
The trail that I had lost 5 years ago is finally picking back up.
Then
I am looking for a man who took everything from me.
sounds like a
It sounds like an interesting story, but I think I might have something for you for this little uh, story thing we're going to be doing.
if you're interested.
Who was talking?
The goblin was talking. He basically said that well, he can speak for himself and stuff.
Yeah, I have this like little herb here that if you toss into a fire, it creates a smoke, a visual smoke that allows you to enter one story or brain. I should.
Yes. Basically, he has storyteller's herb. It's a plant to use that help gives visualization and stuff for storytellers. You can either tell verbally to get it, but a little music, just like bass chords, something of that nature. It does help it produce a clearer image. Binz does say if you don't want to open up old wounds, we're not pushing you. Just you're seeming rather intent on such things.
I need a drink if I am going to tell my story.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Binz
gonna-
immediately darts off towards the caravan and stuff rummages through.
I was
Starts
gonna
rummaging.
just reach in my bag and pull out probably one of the many alcohol bottles we have.
You can do again. I'm just doing for bins and stuff. You can do whatever you want.
Some alcohol. I haven't had.
I would like to pull out an assortment. See what we got.
Few bottles of gin, few bottles of wine, bottle of rum here or there.
I'm gonna
Oh,
set it in
fuck.
front of Michaeleen and be like, "Take your pick."
You want to pick up a bottle of rum. I'm gonna sit down in front of the fire and take that herb. And out of his backpack, which is a minor bag of holding, he's gonna pull out a guitar. Finally gonna do some bard shit.
By the
Yay,
way, do you
bard
have a
shit.
legit guitar, by any chance?
A what?
Do you have an actual guitar?
I did. Hold on. I think my brother has his guitar in the shed. Let me go check.
Be quick, be quick, be quick.
I have a couple of guitars myself.
Yeah. Anyway. While that's going on, Ken, just saying. Okay, guys, put simply, you guys need to start including Ken in conversations. He is getting a little bit ghosted. I'm doing my damnedest to help kind of work him into the conversation and stuff. He is present, he is visible and stuff. He is a part of the party. At least, so please include him in the conversation. Try to realize he is there, and you be more open and stuff, visual. We talk a lot. Again, we're guys. We talk a lot. Shove yourself in if you had to.
Yeah,
Like,
I have to admit, the main reason that we are not like actively including him is because we have all we have established relations between our characters, and we are continuing a conversation. If he wants to join in, he has to join in. We're not going to
Gotcha,
look
so-
at the new guy and be like, "What do you think about this situation?" Because none of us give a shit right now.
yeah, so
Plus,
okay,
you
so
are
while you-
still a complete stranger that happened to be weirdly watching us sleep.
Yeah. So far, I'll say this. So far, the best image you guys got of him is he's somewhat of the church or something. Like he has holy symbol. He has a handful of holy symbols on him.
Which is very abnormal for a goblin.
So there's a question there and stuff to ask about that.
Yeah, we're not focused on that though.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ken, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, guys.
We keep a little dirt
A
down.
pillow for the dead man, in case he comes to town. Keep it simple. Just keep it simple cordage wise.
Wait, is he actually having a guitar on the screen?
Dude, come around, take a look if you want.
And,
Somebody pull out a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michaeleen did.
It's been
I'll
forever
take-
since I've tried doing any sort of guitar. Okay. Michaeleen's going to take the herb and toss it onto the fire, and then he's going to take a drink of his stuff.
The herb starts burning, and this very soft gray smoke begins billowing up. But it's not like going straight up; it's kind of lingering as it kind of starts building up and forms like a little bit of like a table over the campfire. And as the notes of his guitar begin filling the air, the smoke begins smoothing itself out, almost like a smooth table.
this is gonna be sad.
To tell you the story of the man that I want dead is to tell you the story of my life. I was an orphan.
A younger version of Michaeleen appears on the table.
In the city of Gaidala, there was once a very kind woman, a dryad by the name of Milia. She had the one and only orphanage in this city. Many respected her, but that is another story. She was like a mother to me. She raised me from just a kitten. I don't know who my original familia was, and I don't care to find out. She taught me music, how to cook. She was the kindest woman I've ever met. And for 8 years, I learned from her. I loved her, and she loved me. And you see Michaeleen playing with a red-haired, very beautiful woman in a courtyard of the uh, orphanage. There was a large apple tree, Milia's tree. I had several friends, but 3 boys in the orphanage were like my brothers. Their names were Gareth, Ashard, and hang on, I wrote it down in Salt's DM. Fuck. This was Gareth, Ashard, and the Bendigo. They were like my brothers. We would always play together. One evening, my brothers and I were out in the city playing when I heard screaming coming from the orphanage. I snuck back there, and to find it on fire, bodies littering the ground, and a man's voice asking Milia for her treasure, whatever that meant. At the time, I did not know. She wouldn't give it to him. And so I heard her scream. When I went to find her, I saw her on the ground, a gash across her chest and throat. Her wounds were healing slowly due to her dryad magic. But then I heard a chopping sound, and with each chop, her wounds would open more. I tried to close them, but alas, it was to no avail. With her last breath, she took my face in her hand and placed her left hand on my chest. And she gave me her blessing. As he opens up his shirt, revealing the Tree of Life tattoo, she connected me to the wave in a way I was never before. And you see this exact scene playing out in the smoke. Milia holding a young Michaeleen's cheek and placing her hand on his chest, the glowing from under her hand, then leaving behind a glowing golden Tree of Life tattoo. And then the light from her eyes fades. Michaeleen looks out to the courtyard, and all he can see
is red glowing eyes. And pulling out from underneath of her tree, from under her stump, once the tree was cut down, a glowing orb, damaged but still radiating its power. And you hear from the smoke a very deep, booming laugh. My brothers and I were left on the streets of Kaidala until, for 2 years, we had learned to steal, to survive, until we met one man. Well, we didn't exactly meet him. We tried stealing from him at first. It didn't work out too well. This man was a human, a rare sight. He was old. At first, when I tried to steal from him, it was more like... You could say that it was like a child fighting a warrior. Because it was. This man, his name was Holviti of Uton. And does the name Uton ring a bell for Abe or Kain?
What's the name?
Uton. The Isle of Uton.
I'm going to say
Can we roll history checks to see if that was a thing or something that was around back when we were around back then?
Remember the
or-
world building conversation we had?
yes. I'm gonna allow a history
I don't
check.
remember shit.
History check DC. I'm gonna make it 18 since the knowledge is rather vague.
Hold on. I got a plus. Also, we're out of there, so are we still gonna get that level you talked about?
What was that?
Now that we're out of Shangri-La, are we gonna do that? We leveled up from 3 to 4, right?
No,
Four
you
to-
leveled
four
up
to
from 4 to
five.
5.
Okay, so I have to do my level shit at some point. You said history, which is okay. So I got dirty 20.
30, 20. Okay. Abe, how about you?
I got a 24.
24. The name, the Isle of Utah, it rings bells like it was a place in the old world, but you guys never really looked into it, never really heard about it. It's like at most you might have heard the name of it being mentioned in passing by an adult or two, but that's about it.
Okay.
Maybe a mentioning of like people running away to it or something, but you guys wouldn't know.
All right.
And this is
So-
before, and by the way, this would be before the great gashes were caused.
Gotcha.
Michaeleen continues. Ulfiti took me in, took my brothers in. And for 10 years he taught us how to fight, how to duel, how to hunt monsters. We were like family. Familia. He was like my father. Father to all 4 of us. Until one day, a man, a Leonin man, came and challenged Holviti to a duel. Because, you see, in proper duels between strangers,
the victor of the duel typically gets to take the loser's sword as well. This man wanted Holviti's sword. This man was very dishonest when he fought. Used a lot of dirty tricks, but Holviti prevailed. Kicked his ass handily. That night we went to celebrate. With drinks and merrymaking and music. Only something was wrong. Our drinks had been tampered with. All 5 of us fell over in pain. Pain was so great.
You see, after a montage of Holviti training the 4 boys, them growing as a family and all that, you see Michaeleen and 4 other men, a mousekin, a wood elf, and a dragonborn who has more humanoid features than draconic, but
He's a half blood.
he's a half-blood, yeah, like Michaeleen and Bendigo. But all 5 of them were on the floor, writhing in agony, as the Leonin man comes in and gloats. And I'm going to voice the man himself. So bear with me.
Ulviti, you should not have done what you did. You and the rest of your kind are complete trash. But I will take this. I may have lost our duel, but I'm the one who's still standing.
And you see Michaeleen, the vision of him, recognizing the laugh, looking him in the eyes, and remembering that night when Milia was killed. He realized that this is the same man who did that. And as Michaeleen's eyes closed to the poison, the smoke fades for a minute until it snaps back, showing that Michaeleen woke up in a bed, in a hospital bed.
That night, I nearly died. The poison in our drinks took hold. It was only because of Milia's blessing that I was alive. But when I went to find my family, mi familia, Olviti, a Bendigo, a Shard, and Gareth, I found them wrapped in linens, their bodies. I was alone again. All because of him. I knew his name now. Cases Indrath. And so for 10 years, I have been hunting him. I lost his trail 5 years ago. The desert is my new lead. And I refuse to wait any longer to find him.
That's a very abbreviated thing of his backstory.
I think you did rather well with it overall.
In post, Abe, put some sad Spanish guitar behind the story.
Sounds
'Cause
good.
I only did a few notes on my guitar.
We'll do.
Thank you. After seeing all this, what's everyone's reaction?
I am to reach over and pat Michaeleen on the shoulder and say, my condolences. I understand why you raged out in there. But you aren't alone now.
Knowing what we now know, we'll help you however we can.
Yeah, he sounds like a jerk. I'll help you out with this. I'm a healer, so I can heal whatever you want. Plus, I'm a tank. If you need any protection and healing.
As the goblin proceeds to tap on, as you guys now notice, a full suit of plate armor he's wearing. And looks reasonable quality too.
Alright, so I'm just going to let you know my stats, my new rolled stats, because we're totally re-editing Estrella as we go, are 7, 5, 3, 6, 12, and 4.
Okay.
Mostly for the DM.
Sis,
You wanted me to roll new stats, and I'm here right now because people need me in here.
Okay.
sis, just sit tight. We'll talk after the game.
So, am I playing? Am I not playing?
You are, but we're in the middle of story time.
Alright.
Michaeleen just regaled his story, his backstory a bit, and I'll say, look, Viking, this is up to you and stuff. You can say that you alluded, might give slight hints into your backstories, but you never gave her a straight answer. This is the first time she's gone the straight answer and just straight story, if you'd like to. But it's your
Yeah,
backstory.
I'd say that's be the case.
Okay.
Quick recap of the backstory. He talked about how he grew up in Kaidala. His mother figure died due to some guy wanted something from her. 10 years later, and after being adopted by master warrior dude with 3 other boys, was poisoned, and he was the only survivor, and explaining why he wants Lion Dude dead. Okay.
I have connections. I think we might be able to find him. She says this almost hesitantly. Like there's more she wants to say, but it's like it's very hard for her to find the right words, and there's definitely some stuff on her mind.
That means is why I want to go to the deserts first.
I see. Well, in that case, then he points over to the map and basically points out the general course. If we go to the desert, and I'm just gonna go normal 20 since I don't want to do his voice at the moment. If we take the normal route, it's gonna take us several months, about 8 months in total, to get there. And I presume you would, Michaeleen, I presume with such a tragic tale behind you, you want to get there as quickly as possible, correct?
Correct.
Then I would recommend we take a shortcut through the mountains. It will shorten the trip down by 2 to 3 months tops. Though the only problem part is, from I've heard around before I joined up with you, is that there may possibly be some monsters involved there. But all I know is that monster activity in that area has been slightly more active.
It's nothing I have not faced before. I know the passage you are talking about. I've taken it several times, but not since that day.
I know that passage too. Or at least I think. Anyways, we best hurry up and leave this place. Who knows what lingers in these swamps?
Would Michaeleen know what lingers in these swamps? Has he been here before?
You've been in plenty of swamps and stuff, so you typically know small fish, frogs, toads, turtles, crabs,
Bullywugs.
bullywugs, things of that nature.
Snakes.
which are alligators, anacondas, but surprisingly, no spiders.
I found that hard to believe.
This is
Pretty much every ecosystem would have spiders in it, save for very cold climates.
Any ecosystem that has insects has spiders.
Estrella kind of shivers a little bit.
Spiders aren't insects; they're more arachnids.
Yes, technically there are arachnids to get technical and stuff.
I know. I'm saying any environment that will.
Anyway, but besides the point of the whole spiders and stuff.
Oh, good night, Irene.
Anyway, so I will say this: the sun is, I'm gonna say about maybe 30 minutes from setting completely and giving you the cover of the night. Well, Bins also states that I've been rather bored, so I've been doing my best to work. Oh, Abe, hopefully you won't get too upset with me as he starts preparing to hide behind his journal, but I have tweaked the caravan a smidge. Just nothing much, just adjusting the main riding cabin into rough sleeping quarters as he hides behind his book, waiting for you to yell at him.
Abe,
Hold on. Okay. Did you at least follow the plans I left for Nodo?
Yes, Nodo. When I mentioned it to Nodo, he did point out that you had plans and we worked on it together. I did my best. I mostly got pillows and blankets. He did most of the work.
Good.
As his frill is kind of is slowly lifting up, he's doing it more so just as a fear mechanism instead of just trying to make himself look scary.
all right. Okay. So, I guess we're gonna bunk down for the night and get
Well,
going in the morning.
I suggest we probably get a little bit of a move on while the sun's still out. If nothing else, I get the very distinct feeling that I'm being watched by at least a few snakes, and puppies don't like snakes. So,
The snakes are the least of your problems.
I know. Still.
I concur with. I concur with the harpy. Harpy, with the new sleeping quarter adjustments that's been made to the caravan, movement can be had while we can move while the rest of the party is moving. It allows us to make headway on getting as quickly as possible. So this Kazasander, and I will.
Kezes Indrath.
Oh, yes, my apologies. Kezes Indrath fellow ends up in the dirt sooner rather than later. I presume this is to your liking, Master Michaeleen?
Yes. Yes. It is to my liking.
Well, okay then. Shall we get moving then? As he gestures to the caravan.
Oh, I need to find some sage first.
Where my character was literally going to turn, look at the goblin, and ask, "Where the fuck are you going to buy sage? We're in the middle of a swamp."
We're outside the town of Ifritis, aren't we?
Yes, about an hour's walk.
I have some
Sorry, but I
sage.
forgot I had some sage in my bag.
Alright.
Just light this up quick.
All right. So, shall we get moving until sunset?
Yeah, the sun is now about maybe 20, 15 minutes till sunset. So the sky is darkening as this is happening and stuff. I will say this. What's your character's name?
Guild-free.
Gilfried. By the way, text in Discord and stuff in the general chat, like how your name is spelled and stuff for Dare, so you can adjust your. He'll give you the nickname in the server and stuff, so you'll appear as Gilfried. Anyway, but so.
Oh my god.
What was it? Anyway, so while Gilfrey takes a few steps towards it and stuff, Nodo is just going to pop out from the side, seeing this, and automatically stick his arm out as it like transforms into like a wait, Abe, Dare.
Yeah.
Does Nodo have any built-in weapon systems?
He does not.
Darn. Then he is just going to pull like one of your random construction unfinished weapon builds you're working on stuff up and just proceed to point it at the goblin. Should I terminate this life form? As this thing starts winding up. And he's asking Abe directly.
I had a phone call. What did I miss?
We're now getting ready to start leaving the swamp while there's still daylight in us.
I see no reason to terminate him. Leave him be.
The giant cannon or whatever the fuck he pulled out starts winding down and he puts it away.
Also,
Wait,
since
what?
you got that to start functioning, does that mean it's working now?
I was doing my best to make myself useful, as you put it.
How did you
Okay,
fix the
so
cooling
I-
system?
Fix the cooling system, it explodes in his hand.
I attempted this, but I could not find the proper materials, so I worked on other projects I knew I could complete. But if you'd like, I can start working on a cooling system, if you'd like. Do you have a new resource we have to make adjustments for?
I'll work on it in my spare time. What I want to know is, did you get it finished?
Oh, your big project? Yes, I did my best to work on it, and from previous estimations, we were about. You can kind of see like the eyeballs flickering a little bit as like you can see him doing mental math in his head. About
His eyes going this way, that way if he does
59.3%
mathematics.
and near completion.
You okay? Pippin?
Fine.
Okay?
Anyway,
You seem kind of sad.
my apologies.
Just waiting for DM stuff.
Anyway, last estimations we were at 69.3% completion. I would estimate we are closer to 75% completion.
Good enough.
I'm gonna go sit on top of the caravan.
Estrella is kind of keeping her distance now. She's still following, but she's kind of in the sky now.
Anyway, so as everyone proceeds to start loading up into the caravan, and you notice that the main riding area has been converted to a sleeping quarters instead. So there are a handful of beds set up in the main riding area. The suspension has been adjusted for the bed, so it's a bit more of a smoother ride as you lay on the beds and sleep. Nodo offers. Nodo basically asks, "Do you want me to drive, or do you want to keep working on the thing?"
How about you drive? I'll work on it.
Yes, sir.
Who's Nodo again?
Nodo is his steel
His robot.
defender that he's modified into a robot humanoid.
Ah, so Jeeves.
Anyway, so
Yeah, pretty much.
Nodo proceeds to start the thing and stuff. Do we have coordinates? Where are we heading?
I believe we're going to Arachnica.
Okay, so setting coordinates for Arachnica. The caravan's engine roars to life as Nodo has to put a little gas, put a little power to the engine and stuff as it takes a few moments and stuff for the engine to kind of wind up. Then all of a sudden, a big lurch as the caravan moves out of a couple of hole, the little bit of a pit it's sunk into. The tires like sunk down like a couple of inches and stuff, and had to get shoved forward a little bit. But now the caravan is moving, and you guys are moving towards Relics, taking a pathway. I'm just gonna keep map table open as my background. Let me just. Yep. So traveling from the town of the Frites, you guys started moving.
Yeah, I'll be on top of the caravan if that's okay with everyone.
If you'd like. But the top of the caravan has no cushions, no guns, it's not as comfortable.
Yeah,
Michaeleen's going to give Lucy a break, and he's just going to ride in the caravan. For the first time, mind you.
Yeah. You hop in, and you're kind of surprised of the interior. It's not as crude as you thought it would be.
As we're traveling, after a little bit, Estrella slips into one of the cabinets in the caravan and sits down, thinking she's alone, but she's definitely doing a lot of thinking, and she's resting her wings. She was out there flying, keeping up with you guys for a good 2.5 hours.
Weren't there like 15 minutes of light left in the day?
Still,
Well, this was before you guys woke up.
yeah.
Wait, wasn't... So Estrella woke up before everyone else?
I'm just gonna say she didn't join you. Or whatever the fuck.
Whatever.
Okay. Doesn't really matter on the details at the point she's here. So, you guys begin making your way to there, and you guys... I'm gonna say you guys managed to get... I'm debating... How far do you guys want me to jump you along and stuff? Before happens? Because I can just say you guys basically make it about like a mile or two outside the mountains, but... Do you guys want me to straighten the trip out, or how fast do you want to move for this?
I mean, it'd be fun to see what kind of encounters we get along the way, because if we're traveling along the ground, you could maybe roll dice to see
Sure.
if we encounter people, if we encounter monsters, or what do we do?
Okay, someone roll me a d6. Call it before you roll, and then roll.
You mean call what number we think we're going to get?
No. I'll say I'm rolling it, and then proceed to roll.
All right, I'll roll. 4.
Nothing much seems to happen and stuff. You guys do travel for about, I'm gonna say about 4 days traveling through. You guys are thoroughly out of the shot from that. You guys are actually about a couple hours out from the bridge that leads into that leads on to a different chunk of the things. The terrain switches from very light, open up area with a little bit of trees and greenery and such to more dense, jungly flora.
Yeah, I've been awake on top of the caravan, carving wooden stakes.
Well, you've been in and out of the caravan at this point. It's been 4 days. Anyway, so looking around, seeing you do see you guys who are looking out or on top at these do see in the distance and stuff very large, tall trees coming closer and closer as you guys are moving towards them. At least a couple more, a little bit more time goes by, and you guys actually get near the bridge and stuff.
Is there a troll who's going to ask us a riddle?
Whoever is driving the caravan, either Nodo or Abe, you can choose to whether or not to have cart being stocked if you'd like.
Nodo is currently driving.
Okay.
I am currently in my workshop working on something.
Okay. I'm gonna say machining wise and stuff, you're getting pretty loud in there and you can't really hear stuff. And put simply, stuff. You know what I mean by that. Anyways, then he's going to turn to the nearest member, which is basically gonna be uh, Michaeleen and
Estrella.
Kain.
Alright.
At least, what we are coming to a bridge. It seems like. Would you wish me to stop?
Has Micheline passed through, gone on this path before this particular one?
Um,
Does he know about this bridge? If there's
you know,
anything.
you know this bridge. I'll put it this way: bridges tend to draw monsters regardless, and stuff. Just it depends, and it's a
Continue
travel.
cautiously. There may be something unsavory waiting for us.
Understood. Reducing caravan speed by half. I'm taking her slow. I want to say
I would
shit
like
so bad.
I would like to um
Would the caravan count as a land ship?
I think yes, but I'm trying to keep focused and move on.
I would like to get back out of the caravan
Okay.
just to get a better view of the area, see if maybe there's something else in the area around that bridge.
Okay. You guys do arrive to the bridge does start growing in view as well, along with the trees. At this point, the trees are starting to loom over you guys, but almost. You guys just basically have to cross the river, and then you'd be in the jungle.
What kind of bridge is this? Is it a suspension bridge? Is it a drawbridge? Is it
I'm going to say it is a stone bridge. It looks like
Called it. I said stone bridge.
Okay.
I'm going to say this: the stone bridge itself looks very, very old with bits of metal sticking out of it. I'm gonna say above table. Look, think a old concrete bridge of our modern day, but degraded to some degree.
So like
The
something
main-
you'd see in like Ireland or Britain area,
Yeah,
the old style bridges they have, because I don't know if there's any in America like that anymore due to, you know.
modernizations, but anyway, something of that nature. So the main road itself on the bridge is sturdy as sin. The pillars are sturdy. The edges themselves, the guardrails, are a little crumbly. But the concrete that's used has held up for a good long while.
Now, how high are we on this? Like, how high is this bridge? Is it just a simple like 10-foot bridge over water, or is it like a cavern?
Considering that I'm looking at the map here, I'm looking up at the distance markers, which aren't very helpful. There's no numbers, but looking at it, this is a fairly large gap of water between these two bodies of land.
Yeah, so I'm
Well,
looking
no, I
down
mean like height-wise.
height wise. I'm gonna say about 90 feet. But the bridge does slightly curve upwards and stuff. So at the highest point, it could be upwards of 100, maybe 120 max.
So
Fuck.
Estrella is going to slip out of the caravan and she is going to do some aerial surveillance to see what's to be seen of this bridge. She's going to examine it.
I'm going to say.
Vivian! You just need someone to play with him, otherwise he's just gonna freaking die!
Okay. I'm going to say roll me a perception check.
Alright.
I need to go down and get food.
Okay. I told you to eat. Did you listen? Nope. Okay, so sis, what
That's
you
a
get for
10.
the roll?
That's a 10.
10.
I'm on push to speak because this is the only way my microphone quality is even a little bit better.
Anywho's, so with that, I will say you look around and you don't see anything really out of the ordinary besides the river underneath the bridge and stuff flowing downstream.
I would like to get out ahead of
Alright.
us a little bit and try and walk across the bridge, test its
Sturdiness,
strength. Yeah.
sure. You walk across it and it feels like solid stone, like it ain't moving for nothing.
All right. I'm gonna look at Nodo and say it seems safe. And then can Abe hear me from out here?
Uh, Abe, how heavy duty are you going right now with your construction?
Fairly heavy duty.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
I'm tinkering basically with the new body.
I see. So I'm gonna say and stuff. It's fairly loud and stuff. So, dare roll me a perception check. DC. I'm gonna say like 20.
Well, if he can't, I'm just gonna said Nodo to grab him real quick.
Nodo's driving.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're stopped.
Oh, that's right.
In front of the bridge. Nodo is
Yeah.
kind of sticking his head out like the side.
That
And
was an
stuff too, so-
11.
11.
An 11. I ain't hearing
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you hear jack shit. All you can hear and stuff is just the heavy metal tools and stuff just on your body and stuff as you're
Yeah,
adjusting.
I'm just gonna yell to Nodo, be like, "Hey, can you go grab Abe, please?"
Understandable. Nodo proceeds to basically hop off the driver's seat and proceeds to walk inside the cabin towards Dare's little workstation and stuff. He knocks on the door politely. I'm due to that being close. I'm gonna say roll DC check. Roll another perception check. DC 18.
So I'm gonna roll your perception check. Can I? Let me roll your perception check first. Okay, that is a 19 on the die.
So you succeed on hearing the knock.
Can I roll a d20 real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
What for?
You'll see in a second.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna explain this real quick. Is anybody currently looking at the caravan?
Me. I'm literally visually looking at it right now.
All right, Nate. You are gonna suddenly see Nodo and the door to the part of the caravan that I'm in fly past your head.
Huh?
Okay. Just wait for so and so to get back in real quick. So to explain, okay. So Nate asked Odo to get Dare. Dare can't hear shit. Nodo knocks on the door and
Wait, what door? What?
So I am currently still in the caravan, right? So there's an exterior door leading to the lab part of the caravan. Nodo is currently knocking on that door trying to get my attention. All of a sudden, you guys are facing away from the caravan, but you can see Nodo and the door to the caravan fly past.
Oh, I thought you said the entire room, like a piece of the caravan.
Oh, so the door got blown off its hinges.
The door got blown off its hinges.
loud explosion heard.
Nate, you can see me step out a little bit dazed and confused. Except something's a little bit different. My right hand isn't just a hand anymore.
It's a cannon?
It is an right now. It is actually technically my hand. It is just about 5 sizes bigger.
So you have a Hellboy hand.
It's a hell of a lot bigger right now.
Does it look like you're wearing a big foam finger?
Not quite.
Aw.
It looks
Unless
like
you want
he's
to, unless
using
you
them.
count it as a big metal finger.
He's using them as they. It looks like he's got Hulk hands on just on one hand. But I'm gonna look at
The
him.
original 2001 Hulk hands, or was it
The
2008?
original. I know the ones you're talking about, and yes, the originals, the big
The ones that Alan Pan made a lead version of.
Sort of like
Yes.
that, but it is actually even bigger than that. It's more like
So you.
my hand is 5 times my size, not my like not like
Not
a little
the
bit bigger.
size of your original hand, but 5 times the size of you.
It's 5 times incrementally. So it's like my hand is bigger once, bigger twice, bigger 3 times, bigger 4 times, bigger 5 times. It's about the size of a small moped
Pickup.
right now.
Christ.
The only thing that's coming to mind as a visual is that one time when... have you ever seen the Cartoon Network show Chowder?
Yes.
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 That one episode where he gets stuck in a
Green
machine
puff.
and makes a gigantic hand.
Yes.
Oh yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the visual I'm getting here.
See, my visual was more of me thinking like when Morty got the barbarian arm.
With muscle memory.
Yes.
Think
Compared to the
more
rest.
Generator Rex.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good series.
I
right
love
there.
Generator Rex. Right.
It was such a good... It and you know what? They gave Generator Rex a chance to end their story.
They
and
did.
It was a good ending.
They did, honestly. It's one of the few shows that actually got a decent ending. But yeah, that's basically what my hand is, just sticking out of the caravan right now.
So after the explosion, Estrella is quick to fly back into the caravan. She says, "Is everything all right? I heard an explosion, and oh my."
Can I use my tendrils to
goodness.
catch Nodo at the same time?
I just shot down.
Talk about giving someone a hand.
Goblin boy.
One that
Money,
pun that was,
Dex.
and it's like
Say-
Estrella looks at me. One, that was only 2/3 of a pun. Q. And second, what happened to your hand, dear?
So you're looking at saving throws.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know.
You don't know how your hand turned giant.
Saving throw.
Not really. I'm just kind of messing around since things are different now since getting back from the other dimension, and this happened.
We've all gotten
Anyway,
a little
Goblin
weird.
boy. Anyway,
I don't think I've gotten a little bit weird since
free.
the
go for it. Anyway, go. Okay. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh yeah, she didn't even see what happened to me.
Okay, during this whole thing and stuff, Abe, while your fist kind of punched through the thing, a chunk of metal kind of flipped up a little bit, and Gopher ended up getting launched off the caravan about 20 feet off it and boom, hit the dirt.
Face flat.
Who did?
The
Goblin
goblin.
boy.
Oh. Was it like was there a ring of dust that came up like
Yes, when he hit the
Wile E.
ground.
Coyote?
Yes.
goblin hit.
Ah, what the hell?
What?
That high pitched squeal. What was that?
That was
Whistling.
me
That was
whistling.
Anyway,
Please refrain from doing that. That really hurts.
Sorry. I will refrain.
Ow.
anyway, Darren, the sensation you're getting from the hand is you feel everything through the hand, but it feels like you're wearing a very well-made mechanical gauntlet right now for that hand.
This is definitely different. Can I get it back to normal?
Roll me a will save or wisdom and stuff. You're basically doing some brain shit with it right now.
You're thinking.
No, make it intelligence and stuff with your for your subclass.
18.
18. After you start thinking and stuff, you manage to figure out how to transform it back.
Okay.
So we went from having Kain being a Ben 10 ripoff to Abe being a Generator X ripoff. Nice.
That's kind of funny.
I'm just gonna say this and stuff. Fight me on this. Generator X was better.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
there's
mean-
actually a movie that they
Hold on.
did with.
They
And
did do a
I'm
crossover
not
movie.
ripping off. I just thought the fists were a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. But
Next, you're going to do the jetpack.
the motorcycle dog.
Anyways. So, what you doing, Goblin Boy?
I'm just getting up and in a daze, trying to get my balance up and like saying, "What just happened?"
You just got fucking launched.
I
You
believe
see
someone was trying to play Goblin Space Program.
What is space?
Sorry
You
about
proceed
that.
to-
I'll better my aim next time.
I'm not entirely sure. Viti said something about above the world. I don't know what it means.
Oh wait, would Abe and I know anything about space? Was that a thing back 400
You
years
did
ago?
not have space flight, no.
No space flight.
Okay.
So this is directly from the DM's mouth because I asked this exact question when we were in Shangri-La, and I asked him, "So no Dyson spheres?" And he looked at me with the deadpan expression, and said, and I quote, "Get your sci-fi shit out of here."
Well, he is notorious for sci-fi shit sneaking in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is already and stuff tech fantasy and stuff.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know what was going on 400 years ago. If they were like they discovered space.
I will say this: if put this way, the old world, if they manage to keep going for another 500, basically, if they did not lose the 400 years and stuff with the collapse of the power situation, I would have said they would have had probably beginner workings of space travel. But that didn't happen, so no space travel.
Okay.
So any ideas or mention of space travel and stuff will basically near say from crazy men and stuff who thought traveling through the stars was possible.
You can let the pupper out before he destroys.
They were like, the notion of traveling through a sea of stars like a sea of water is absurd.
Anyways, but besides from that,
So where did Noto end up landing? As well as the door.
The door.
And did the door land on top of Noto?
I'm going to say, hey, roll me a dex check for Noto.
Oh god.
And just for shits and giggles and stuff, I'm giving you a +3 for badass.
A +3.
Yeah.
Alright. Get Noto's dexterity up here. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20? Okay. Noto, effortlessly and stuff, as the door is shoving him forward, he managed to adjust it and stuff, and twist the door midair with him still on top of it and stuff, get to land on the ground and slide as he stops it and like with one tip of his foot catches himself like a dude holding his surfboard and shit. That was unexpected. Please give me warning next time. As he proceeds to effortlessly kind of pick the door up and carry it into his arm and stuff as he starts moving back towards the caravan.
Yeah, that's about expected for Nodo.
Yes, silent badass. Fuck it. Dare, write this down. He has the badass trait. Whenever shit happens to him, he can roll his badass die once per day and stuff. Add that roll to whatever the shit happens.
Okay.
I'm giving him the silent badass trait.
So basically, he's like Vision or Jarvis or whatever.
Yes. Silent robot badass. Another good character to kind of base him off of is Isaac from that Star Trek show.
You mean the Orville?
Yeah, the Orville. Just saying, it's a Star Trek ripoff.
I was thinking the
It's
Transformer
a
Butler
spoof.
from the
It's supposed to be like that.
Yes. Anyways, so then.
Sozin's comment.
I said so then.
Are we near the bridge or not?
Yes, you guys are
Oh, yeah.
near the bridge. I'm gonna say about
So-
5 feet away.
Well, it's
The
about
nose of the
time.
caravan is about 5 feet away from being on the bridge.
Can I roll for sort of like an instinct check to see if I can sense any kind of monster around? Because
Sure.
after a while of being a monster hunter for a living, I would guess that Michaeleen's cat-like reflexes and senses would sort of pick up on how to read if there are monsters in the vicinity.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
I also I had
My senses are completely fucked right now.
yeah, you just drank a little bit ago and
I was just gonna say his senses are fucked, and you haven't even gone into the cantrip nip that I've been saving for my potions.
but I want Abe, the smart man he is. I wanted him to come out and check out the bridge, see if there's any way to make sure it doesn't collapse under the weight of the caravan.
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna walk over to the bridge, take a knee down, examining it.
Okay. I'm just gonna say by simple examination, you can tell this is old world. This is old world construction, and old world construction and stuff is well known. You've read through a little bit of books and newspaper clippings and stuff that they are still finding, basically archaeological dig sites and locations and stuff from the old world. Oh, that are still in really good condition. Bridges are still usable. Stairs that are still walkable and haven't been degraded to a slip and slide. So it's old world construction, but it's sturdy as hell. Like it's gonna take a few thousand years, like at least a couple 100,000 years and stuff for these fuckers and stuff to wear away to the point where it's dangerous to tread them.
This was made before even us. Trust me, it'll hold the caravan.
All right, this thing's fucking ancient.
How fascinating.
I'm just gonna go back, sit on the caravan again, just looking at my hand.
I'm gonna tell Nodo to get back in the driver's seat. We can hop back on.
Looking at the black scales covering the now shut eye.
Speaking of eyes, what does Kain's or shall I say shit, what did you say his name was?
Balak.
Belloc.
That is
So what does Belloc's sister say?
She is not active.
Yeah, because we were doing that, and then I don't remember what happened.
I think we just got down Robinson side trails.
Because Abe was questioning, like, this is the first I've heard of having a fucking sister.
I think maybe on day 3 at least, you again put this way, you can say it was a private conversation or something, and you just had 2 hour conversation, whatever. I'm guessing I say you 2 or 3 of you talked a little bit and kind of got stories straightened out on what happened. So if you want to give a little bit of a lore dump and stuff, you can.
Okay, so I don't know how much of it Dare knows, but nobody else knows the rest of this. So as we know, my character is kind of corrupted by a living shadow.
Mhm.
And 400 years ago, my body was sucked into the shadow plane. Now,
After
Abe's
one of the
got there.
engines did its weird thing.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
no,
yes. It's what
Okay, so
it's what caused the mess.
Oh, okay.
We'll say
So
chain reaction. The thing that happened to you and stuff was stable, but when the engines kind of pop up, it fucked everything up. So, yeah, ties you into the world.
So, while Abe was sealed into his amulet, my body was sucked into the shadow plane. Now, I was a literal child in a shadow world of monsters. And I was awoken by a young not ooze, but like black slime tendril girl who dragged a half-conscious me to the one they refer to as the ones they refer to as the mother and the father.
Right.
And
I think that's enough for now.
okay.
Again, keep it mysterious and such. Hopefully, I wasn't overstepping my bounds as DM. Just which, Kain, you explain this to Abe and stuff the best you can, and the sister, I'll just refer to her as that right now. And I'm gonna say, name-wise, she has a name, but it's like she rarely uses it. At least most people just refer to her as the sister.
Yeah.
Well, a sister, at least since the. Anyway, but we can get to lore at a later date. But so you explain that. So Abe, you have been kind of caught up on what the fuck happened to your brother.
Because we haven't really talked about it since I came back.
Yeah. So the caravan proceeds traveling over the bridge. At least you guys make it across with no issue and begin traveling down the road once more. The train begins a little more rumbly and shaky, but with the suspension and the adjusted bed sleeping things, you guys feel it, but it's not as harsh as it is. A few more roots, a few more rocks in the pathway, and you guys are traveling down. You guys begin making your way down. And you guys begin making your way down the road, at least passing down a small. Anyway, so you guys are basically, if you look map wise and stuff, you guys are on like a raised upper like hill section, but you guys are going through in between like the 2 raised up areas and stuff. You guys got start going through that, and you get into a slight open plain where you see in the distance stuff. You see what looks like to be a small town, and with things and stuff. Do you guys wish to continue down the road you guys are currently on and keep moving towards the mountains? Or
Um, this small town, is it the little buzzsaw marker?
oh, that's a buzzsaw. Yeah. So it's more of a. It's not really a small town. It's more like a like 2-3 build. Like I'm guessing encampment. It looks more like an encampment
Hmm.
right now. God, I forgot.
I'd recommend we continue going upwards to the mountains. Something about this place doesn't sit right with me.
Yes, that's the best logical course to go. I can agree with a heartbeat.
Anyways, so with that, we will. Anyway, you guys. So proceed forward.
Sure.
Okay.
Guess so.
You guys continue proceeding down, and another day goes by. But this time, you guys get to another. You see another claim that's up on the opposite side of the caravan this time. It actually looks like a proper small town this time, but it's much further out. I'm gonna say maybe double, if not triple, the distance last time. Just the clearing kind of opens up a bit where you can see bits and pieces of the buildings in the distance, with smoke coming up from the chimneys. And anyone want to roll like a history check or knowledge check of some sort?
Sure, I'll do that.
Sure.
That is a 16.
11 on
And
my end.
I add what to history? Intelligence, so plus 3, 16, 17, 18. That's a 19.
You know, another place is the town of Vonstrad.
Von Strat?
Vonstrad. Like slight German Prussian kind of thing to it.
Von
German
Strad?
Russian. Yeah, Vonstrad.
I hope there's a market in this place.
If you guys, um, if you guys decide to take the detour to stop at the town and stuff, that's gonna be about a 4-hour detour. Okay, just saying. I genuinely need some line stuff so I can see what the fuck I'm doing.
Do we need anything in the town?
And I don't know about you guys. I like to do some curious shopping.
What?
Speak up. The mic can hear you. It's far away. You have to speak up when you talk. Okay?
Alright. I said, I don't know about you guys, but I like to do some curious shopping. But whatever you guys want.
Hurry.
After the bender that Tin Man here went on the other night, we're entirely out of spices and meat.
Yeah. I'm gonna say.
Probably
I'm gonna
based.
say over the past couple of days and stuff, Dare, you have been getting close to your quota, and you basically have 100. Basically, you're on the last 100-pound stretch till you get rid of the starving man condition. Dare.
He might be dozing off.
Everyone
Which
blow
sucks because he's the one recording. Dare?
Everyone plug your ears.
Oh.
Why would you do that?
Are you there?
We were all trying to get your attention.
I had my headphones off.
Oh, your
How can you
camera's
tell
off, so
your
we couldn't
camera's
tell.
off?
I mean, my one excuse for the camera is that I'm using.
What was the question?
Okay, I was letting you know that you are basically on the last. So you over the couple days you've been dealing with the starving man condition.
Oh, yeah.
You basically need 100 more pounds to quell that. The party's currently deciding to take a 4-hour detour to head to a town to get some shit, or just keep moving.
Let's just keep moving.
Okay.
Is everyone else okay with that, or do they want to stop?
I'm okay to keep going, but Michaeleen is out of spices for food.
So we basically have 2 for keep going, 2 for stop for supplies. So Sish at the tiebreaker.
I think stopping into town would be a good idea. I have some things I need to do anyway.
So with that, the party had made the decision to take a 4-hour detour. The hours tend to breeze by as you make it there. The village itself seems to be similar architecture to the village of Lost Orphans. Very simple buildings, but slightly different, much different layout. And you guys find that the markets are open to today, and they do have a reasonable amount of stock. Not full stock, but they have about maybe 2/4 stock remaining. So they still have most of the goods, just not most of the high quality stuff has been sold off at this point. Very little remaining. But for standard day, everyday usage, they got plenty.
I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Well, if you don't mind, I was going to hop off the caravan in the store. And...
Ken.
Yeah.
Sorry, but you need to bundle up and get going and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's 9. You need to get moving.
Are we ending the?
No, you have to move towards home. You remember what I said?
I can leave at 10 if that's okay. Or until the ends.
Dude, we're gonna be pushing fairly late and stuff, and you need to get home anyways. I guess
It's fine.
it's barely light out. It's barely light. You need to take.
I have some lights on my bike.
Your mom doesn't like you running around in the dark. That's what you said, okay?
She doesn't want me to ride around completely dark, but she says I can use the lights on my
It's
bike.
going to be completely dark in like half an hour.
Move, please. You can
We
join.
can end the
just wants me-
campaign
I-
here,
you can
that
join
way you don't
me.
miss anything.
When you get back up to the thing, okay?
It's
We
going
can
to
end
take
it.
me like.
We can end
And
the
not to
campaign.
mention that the campaign's being recorded, so
Okay.
You won't miss anything.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss anything. Campaign's getting recorded. We're recording sessions from now on, so you can always just.
Well, some of us also have work
She
tomorrow.
doesn't mind me riding in the dark as long as I have some light.
Yes, but just move. Dude, I'm the DM. I care for all my players and stuff. You need to get your ass home.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Nothing. Just I'm sending Ken home. And stuff physically IRL.
Yeah, just tell him to give you a list of the shit he wants in town and blah blah blah.
Herb, spices, healing crap.
Huh?
Healing supplies, water, things of that nature.
For me?
New character.
Well, I usually like to go out find weird stuff like severed hands or eyeballs or like shrunken heads and stuff like that. I have a weird taste person. Weird person.
Okay.
Sometimes herbs.
Okay, look for the weird crap. Gotcha.
If you want severed heads, we can easily help with that.
The head of Vecna.
Oh. Should I add back Radagast the Green?
Nah.
No, I'm asking Nate and Dare this. They know who I speak of.
Hmm.
Should I add Radagast back?
No.
Test again.
Who's that?
No.
Was he couldn't hit no matter what we did?
No.
I don't remember shit.
Dare, do you want to enlighten people?
No.
Okay. I'll leave it at that and stuff. Well, since anyway, I need like Kenny out and stuff. Think maybe we could take like just a split second break and stuff. I really would like to get a drink for myself.
Yeah, sure.
We can take a small breather real quick. So, bathroom break, drink break, whatever. Get yourselves lined out.
Hi.
Okay.
Hey.
Here, Ken,
Maybe
I'll
it's
just look
you.
up the gate for you.
I was hoping to test out my new light that I had on my bike.
Did you miss me?
Of course I did.
You went that way.
We've all missed you.
I'm pretty sure that's up for debate, but
No.
it's still.
Oh, we enjoy playing with you.
Yeah, it is fun.
I haven't really been able to play much because work and I'm usually tired.
I understand that.
Only reason I'm tired right now is because I took a muscle action.
They want me to run the grill all weekend, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all year round. Saving in the wintertime, I'm running a grill.
That's no fun.
They should not be making you run the grill in this heat.
I didn't pass out from heat exhaustion. It's fine, and they let me have a water bottle, and I'm allowed to wear shorts. The shorts have to be black or gray, though, but I'm allowed to wear shorts.
Ah, so the colors that absorb the most heat.
Yeah, plus, you know, the hot grill, the hot sun, and my dark chocolate brown hair. I'm a little heat sponge, short and fat.
You're not fat.
I got some squish to me, you cannot deny that.
Oh. I just meant, I
Five.
realize now how damn I need that
5
awesome.
levels of fatness.
Okay.
Eat husky.
Yeah, I know. I told him.
Eat
Fluffy. Damn.
no fat. Damn.
Big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn.
There is a 6th level.
You might be wondering what.
Oh, hell no.
The difference is you're still willing to work with level 5.
We need to get the flea an apprenticeship with Gabriel Iglesias. He would
The
literally
flea?
The flea, yeah, that's our nickname for the squeeze.
Another nickname for G. Put simply, his character, he would literally jump up and bash people's heads in with his mace.
Who? Gideon?
Yeah,
Or G-Man?
Yeah.
He was a halfling cleric.
Can we just put a fluffy NPC in? Like Gabriel, like just got isekai'd for no reason.
Okay, I will. Okay, you guys are wondering about. You do find a poster and stuff for something called the Fluffy. You have no clue.
Fluffy.
What do you suppose that is?
Let
I have
me read
no
some more. Oh, he's a bard. A comic.
Ah,
He will be performing in basically. I don't have a name for it right now. Name to be pending. But basically, the capital city in the desert right now. So you guys might be able to see him.
Shit. Go kill this dude and celebrate by watching Fluffy.
don't know if he's going to be at the desert or if it's just another lead in the chase.
Anyway, but okay. So basically, so if you look on the world map and stuff, if you look at the big mountains and stuff, the second one, basically roughly dead center to the bottom, that makes a upside down L shape. Basically, in between the mountains next to the lake, there's a capital city marker. That is the capital city of the desert, and that's where the Fluffy will be.
I'm the one who is fluffy, though.
Only on your head.
My tail, too.
If you're fluffy, then what does that make me, considering that I have feathers? Does that just...
You're poofy. You're a bird.
Feather duster.
I am not a feather duster!
That's above board.
I mean, she's a kite. We know that.
That was pretty fun.
I swear, Michaeleen, I will make you pay for that one way or another. I promise.
Can't deny that it was fun. You didn't even have to do any sort of work. You just hold out your wings, and I pull you.
I'm not a kite, and I'm not a feather duster. I'm a harpy. A harpy with a lot of issues, but a harpy nonetheless. Some of those issues I've gotten from you, I might add.
Let's see what's for sale.
Anyway, you guys find a myriad of items. All the spices. You find a reasonable amount of spices and stuff. Nothing compared to the markets of Kaidala or the great desert markets. For them, for some reason, they always seem to have that highest quantity of spices and stuff. So, I think Kaidala would have their spice market would be equivalent to maybe 1/3, if not half, as much as the capital city would.
Mm-hmm. It is a hub for 3 different countries.
Yep.
Anyway, this is a small town we're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something that I said I was going to do, that I really wanted to play Michaeleen as. I'm gonna do some parkour. I'm gonna...
What are you thinking, Michaeleen? What are you up to?
He gets like a playful
Could I
cat kind of look in his eye. His ear kind of starts twitching. He kind of starts looking around a little bit. It with like fast, quick head movements, kind of like looking around farther rapidly.
Michaeleen,
Could I also follow
that
the
look
cat?
in your eye. What are you up to?
Go.
We're running a little low on funds, aren't we?
I suppose we are. What do you have in mind?
Oh, something called a 5-finger discount.
No, we are. Why am I
Behind that.
starting to make her Australian? She's got a British accent. No,
Stand
we
up!
are, no, we are not stealing. You're part
I'm
of
gonna
Bard,
look at.
aren't you?
I want to look at Michaeleen
I'm
and be
going
like,
to put my hood on and go invisible.
Now you see.
"Oh no!"
Diana
Oh
is
no.
the house on not
Okay, I'm
Diana,
gonna say this.
fuck me.
You see Michaeleen as he's raising the hood and stuff from the collar, moving up and down the cloak. It begins like turning invisible, and you can't see it. Once it hits the edge, it kind of extends outward towards the rest of his body and disappears.
Estrella tackles the place where Michaeleen is.
I'm going to really quickly roll. If I roll higher than you, then you just flop onto the ground.
Dex and grapple checks, go.
Okay, dexterity. I have a plus. For my dex, I have a +5 to it. So,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter because that's a natural 20.
Nice. Unless this rolls in that 20. Hello, sis.
Estrella,
I said that was a natural 20 on my end too.
you're not loud.
okay, uh, says, okay, says, no bitching or convention tonight and stuff, but you're coming into my office afterwards, so we can get shit lined out. But I'm just gonna say Michaeleen wins and stuff via Dex being operational. I'm sorry.
Plus 5 to Dex.
Yeah, the +5 to Dex assists. You manage to feel like the edge of his tail whip through your hand and stuff, but he's a cat. He slinks through.
All you guys see are a few poofs of dust as he runs through the dirt, and then nothing as you see sort of like a sign start to swing, like he's like swung off of it. You see a few pieces of cloth that were sitting out in the sun drying flip up at just like an invisible man running across the rooftops, jumping from roof to roof.
Now, I'm gonna do a funny. I'd like to attempt to follow this man by following his trail, but I'm not gonna do it all sophisticated like. I am going to be using my tendrils to grab and jump to places, just breaking roofs.
Hey, I'm trying to be stealthy, sneaky, steal some stuff that
I'm
nobody's gonna miss. You're gonna be causing collateral damage.
Well, that's what you get for trying to steal things from people.
Nah, he can still steal
More
other shit.
things that no one will care about. Spices, a
Still,
textile or two.
we're gonna
Bro.
earn our money nobly. You are a pawn, aren't
Well,
you?
what the heck just landed on their roof?
If you and I work together, I'm sure we could make some money.
Honestly, okay, Nate, if you want to follow suit,
brat.
I need you to roll me a perception check.
You
DC.
brat.
I'm gonna say DC maybe 23 because he kind of vanished and then moved extremely quickly. So
My movement speed is 30, and I have cat-like reflexes, which
which I'm gonna
allows
say
me
is
to
in
double
full.
my
I'm gonna say
speed.
which is in full usage right now. So basically, he basically has a
Feline
natural
agility.
movement speed of 60 right now.
Okay. So I have a 17 on the die. Let's see what I have for a plus.
And you have to get 23.
What is my perception? That's not what I wanted to click on. This is what I wanted to click on. Perception. Fuck, I got 21.
Okay. You tried to keep up, but yeah, he's gone. Just gone.
Well, shit. So, there's just broken shingles and shit
Okay.
falling off of buildings and
Um, a handful and stuff. Put it this way, you managed to make up to a rooftop and stuff with a little bit of damage, but once you got there, don't know where the fuck you went.
All he hears is my grappling hook.
Occasionally going.
there's
And-
no way we can see the grappling hook. I understand it's on you, but it's like that shoots out.
If I the description of the cloak of invisibility, it says, and I quote, everything on my body turns invisible as well. Even if it shoots out, it's still connected to my body, therefore, fuck you. It's an invisible grappling hook.
Maybe at most it might shimmer weird in the light, but it's so quick you can't tell. Unless you have a really good eye. So,
Okay, hold on. I kind of want to just run into it and fall backwards.
Like, clothesline it?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no. I'm sorry. I love the shenanigans. I love it. I'm trying to get a move on and stuff. I want to at least end you guys at the mountains.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a quick roll to see if I can steal spices, a few cuts of meat, maybe a textile or two.
Actually, no. Start off by rolling me a, let's say, D8 to be reasonable.
1d8 coming right up. Just got to get out Michaeleen's d8.
If you get one, re-roll it.
Okay. That's a 6.
6. Okay. Now roll me 66.
6d6. I don't have 6d6.
Roll your d6 once and then count it.
I'll just roll as many d6 as I currently own, including my giant d6.
Or just roll 1d6 and then multiply it by 6.
3d6.
So roll
4d6.
3, tell me what you get, and then roll them again.
Okay. I have 5d6, including this giant foam one.
Okay, roll that one first.
Okay,
So-
I'm going to roll this one on the ground.
I will count it.
Where the fuck did it go? It's underneath me. No! Where the fuck did it go? It's gone! Shit!
You lost it?
But
That's a 4.
4.
All right,
Okay.
now I have 4 more d6.
5 more d6.
Oh yeah, 5 more d6. So I'll roll 4, and then 1 more. Okay. 2 3s, a 2, and a 5.
So 2 3s.
2 3s, a 2, and a 5. And
Okay.
for the last one, a 6.
Okay then, nice. Okay then. Okay, as you're going through buildings and stuff, you hit 6 places. And from amongst those places, the first place you hit, you notice that there was a pie or recent baked good set on the windowsill that was left unattended.
I'm going to take it and leave a copper.
You proceed to do that. I will say the tart or baked good and stuff did have a white cloth underneath it and stuff, and you easily just grab 4 corners and gone. From the second building, you didn't find much, but you did see that there was a handful, like a few silver objects and stuff sitting in the windowsill, just like window pretties, basically.
Something that nobody... Is it something that somebody will miss? Terribly?
You do not know.
Eh.
And there's 4 of them.
I'm going to take 2 of them.
Okay. 4 of them, each of them are worth about 8 silver pieces.
Okay.
The next place and stuff, similar thing, but it's a bit more valuable. You find a really interesting looking vase. Ends up saying that it's made out of metal, so it's a carved metal vase, but it looks rather nice. It might fetch a reasonable price.
Okay.
Nice, but overall, it's kind of on the mundane side of things.
Not going to touch it. Is there any interesting looking textiles like fabrics or any fancy looking clothing that's hanging out in the sun to dry, something like that?
See that the next place after that and stuff, you just see a handful of like loose silverware plates, dishes that look reasonably valuable.
I'm going to take like 2 dishes.
Okay, plates will be worth the 2 plates you grab about 2 silver apiece.
Can you DM me everything that I'm just taking? Just so I know so I can put it in my inventory? Or calculate everything that it's worth and say that I've sold it and just tell me how much money I've accumulated.
Sure. Okay. The next time you do find a textile and stuff,
Ooh.
you run by a thing. It looks like to be a bolt of cloth, like this blue cloth with like some like sewn in detail and stuff, like a pattern all throughout it. By your rough eye, it might sell for, I'm gonna say, between 40 to maybe 60 silver pieces, or maybe some gold, like 10 gold tops.
Pretty. Yoink.
And then, big prize, you find a small chest sitting in. So you hop in this one thing and stuff. There's a little bit of pot garden. You notice that in the corner there seems to be a myriad of large pots kind of nestled in the corner and stuff. But you notice, looking at the tops of them, that they're spaced off maybe about, I don't know, the width of a small lockbox. And so you look behind the pucks and find a small lockbox about yayish big.
I want to pick the lockbox. I have burglar tools.
It's carry size, so you can just grab it and go.
Well, I want to know what's inside it first.
Okay.
Remember, I'm stealing stuff that really nobody's gonna miss. And if they do end up missing, it's like, where the fuck did I put it? Oh well, I'll find it later. All right, I'm gonna roll to see if I can unlock this thing. That is a 17. What would I add to it? Sleight of hand.
17. Yeah, it would be a sleight of hand check.
Okay, my sleight of hand is a +5. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay.
What's in this lockbox?
Inside the lockbox is what looks like to be a coin. Two small coin purses. One's larger than the other. The first one contains 88 gold pieces. The other one contains a singular platinum piece, which in this economy, one platinum piece is equal to 100 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm going to leave the platinum piece alone, and I'm going to take 30 of the gold and leave the entire box. The goal of the whole goal right now is to steal stuff that really no one will notice.
5 GP, 8 silver for the 2 shiny, so that's 16. 16, and 2 more for the 2 clays. So
I'm a
that's
girl though, so you know.
20.
I mean, nuns. The nuns, though.
Bolt of cloth. I'm gonna say the bolt of cloth is worth. I said what? 10 GP.
Oh, I want to keep the cloth. Might be useful for disguise.
Yeah.
Okay, that's if you sell it and stuff. But
That would suck, though.
and then that's basically it. And you also got a pie.
So, in all, how much money did I accumulate?
In total, if you convert everything to gold, you made about 32 gold pieces.
And I had also stolen 30 gold pieces from the
So I said in total.
in total.
Yeah, I calculate everything up.
So in total, I have an extra 32 gold pieces.
Yes, I just converted the silver to gold.
Sweet. So let's just say that when we get to the next town, Michaeleen's going to get 32 pieces once he sells everything that he took.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to try and make my way back to the group, and I'm going to tap Abe on the shoulder and invisible.
Sorry.
And give him the tart that I acquired.
Okay.
I didn't steal this, I acquired it.
That's just another way of saying.
Did you acquire it from someone else's property?
He probably did. I wouldn't put it past him.
I,
Look me in the eyes, Michaeleen, and tell me that you didn't. She says, and she leans in, staring at him with very piercing green eyes.
you really come to think of it, even when you buy something, you acquire it from someone else's property. So, are you going to eat the tart or not?
As you see Michaeleen produce a tart out of his cloak and stuff, still steaming.
He's still hungry, isn't he?
I'm just gonna shove it down my gullet. I'm afraid I wasn't gonna eat it.
The tart is a mix. It's a mixture of like rhubarb and raspberry and stuff. So it's both sweet and tart, and the flavors are rather nice. You love the flaky pastry. I wouldn't say it's outright sweet, but there is a sweetness to it. But the tartness and enjoyable sourness and stuff are all like the main notes. It's rather pleasant.
That's pretty good. Got any more?
Unfortunately, that was the only one I could acquire.
Did you at least pay for it?
A copper, at least.
Dude, this motherfucker just ate a full-on tart about yay fucking big.
Yeah, that's worth about a copper.
It's about a copper, yeah. I'd say a copper is fair in someone's world.
Yeah, considering considering how big that taunt was, I digress, but still.
No, you know what I should do? I should have left something as a trade. Like you know the Johnny Depp his role as Tonto in the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
The Lone Ranger movie. Good trade.
Poop trade.
I take the textile, I leave some bubble wrap. Good trade.
Take the tart, leave a grenade. Good trade.
Not a grenade, no. Take the tart, leave a graham cracker. Good trade.
Oh my god.
Take the gold, leave a shiny rock. Good trade.
Good trade.
I wouldn't say no to a shiny rock.
Of course you wouldn't. Little Miss Bird Brain.
So
Pets her head.
Ruffles up feathers /
I'm still hungry.
I know that she proceeds to like nip at your hand. She tries to bite it at least. You know I don't like it when people ruffle my feathers.
Chicken.
I'm a canary, I'm not a chicken. You try to take a bite of me and there will be issues.
Sis, you look at Abe's character. You look at Dare's character, and you see he's actually not eyeing you. He's actually eyeing and some literal chickens being roasted on the spit right now.
Oh.
Rotisserie chicken. Michaeleen also looks at the chicken because, you know, cats like chicken.
And Estrella like
Michaeleen,
her stomach.
are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Damn right.
Let's do this.
No one ever listens to me.
Pulls back the hood, puts the hood back on, goes back invisible.
Once again.
Pulls out smoke balls.
No, you hear Michaeleen whisper,
I need a distraction. Mind talking to them? Nothing flashy. We don't want them to know that they've actually been stolen from.
Gotcha, okay. I'm gonna walk up. What were you saying?
No, I was just gonna describe the scene first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This dude has a very simple little, what looks like to be a hibachi grill, and he basically has 2 spits with about 3 chickens apiece, with a very, very, very simple gear mechanism where he can turn one crank and both spits turn opposite of each other. And he does have a drip pan underneath each one, catching the au jus as they.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah, and
That sounds so
you
good.
do see that, like for a second there and stuff, he kind of stops for a moment, like grabs like a little brush and stuff that's sitting in each little vat and kind of just dredges the juice back on.
That's basically what I do with the tri-tip every day at the grill. Once they finish cooking again, to where they're medium well, I just keep them in their tray and I pour some water in and they basically baste in their own juices to the point where they're super tender and the fat literally peels.
Stop, I'm getting hungry.
I'm hungry too. So, quoth the raven.
Excuse me, sir. Could you help me with some directions?
Oh, what though, lad? I'm gonna say
Michaeleen's
this is an orc. A fucking orc running the little market stand.
Now, is this a pig orc or a more humanoid orc?
Human orc.
Okay, so it's not a pork.
It's a hork.
Yeah, it's not pork.
It's a hork.
Put simply and stuff. Put simply, I'm gonna say porks is like a story and stuff. Like if orc children do not behave, they would do good and stuff. They end up turning into greedy little porkers and stuff, little piggies.
When in reality, they're just a subspecies of orc.
Yeah, that lives way off in a different continent.
How harsh.
Anyway,
and racist.
as Michaeleen's going to sneak behind the counter and covertly, like, if you said it's like a hibachi thing or a shawarma. Did you say it was like shawarma or hibachi?
So basically, I said hibachi grill, but he basically has this rectangular little firebox that is cooking the chickens, and the chickens are raised up like maybe about 12 or so inches off, but they basically have a bit of a heat shield via the metal trays underneath, both of them catching the juice.
First things first, I'm going to try and locate a raw chicken that he's yet to put on the spit.
Okay. You look around real quick, and you do notice he has what looks like to be like a big metal bowl with like some cloth covering it.
Okay, gonna roll for sleight of hand to see if I can nick one of the raw chickens and replace it with one of the cooked chickens. That's a natural 20.
Okay. You managed to pull out. Roll me a perception check real quick.
One perception check, and my passive perception is a 16. So can't get lower than a 16. That is a 18.
When you grab this chicken, do you take a few seconds to look at it before you put it on, or you just like quickly grab, shove, and do the swap?
I'm trying to do this as quick as possible because
Okay.
there's only so long that Abe can distract the chef behind the counter.
You can just look over, and I'm like juggling random shit in my hands.
Juggling steak knives.
Surprisingly well.
Okay.
Anyway, you did notice and stuff that the chicken felt a little weirdly shaped, but oh well. You shoved it on rather quickly. You have a properly cooked chicken and stuff with herbs and spices based in its own juices a little bit, fully cooked.
Right.
Like
So
standard
I'm-
like rotisserie chicken size, and you shove this
I'm going to
chicken
put
onto the spit.
once I do shove it onto the spit and it's over and done with, and I can just easily slink out, I am going to take a closer look at the chicken on the spit.
You realize and stuff that is actually a rather large frog, about the same size as the chicken.
What are we doing again? Did I miss anything?
It'll still
Right
chase
now
like
we're
chicken.
in town, and Michaeleen is
Stealing crap.
currently
Roguing.
he's being a rogue right now.
Stealing anything that's not nailed down. And the stuff is nailed down.
Well, the way that Michaeleen does his thieving is that he steals things that nobody will really notice is gone or really miss. Or if he can somehow replace it with something else.
That actually reminds me of this one movie I saw.
Ken, please focus.
But yeah, I'll do my shopping by rummaging through bins and stuff I find on the floor and stuff like that.
So you're dumpster diving.
Dumpster diving.
He's a
The
goblin.
trash
He's
goblin. The trash goblin.
I only have 15 gold.
poor. He's poor.
Anyway, Michaeleen's gonna make his way out from behind there and give Abe a tap on the shoulder, like, mission accomplished. Let's go.
Good day to you, sir. I'm gonna throw the shit up in the air and just run away.
And the orc's just there, like, what was with that tin can?
Turns around and sees that there's a frog on the spit.
What? Wait, did I put that on there? Whatever.
I thought it was going to be the guy's pet frog.
No, it was in a bowl with
Ah.
seasoning and marinade.
They weren't chickens at all. They were frogs.
No, they were chickens, but there was one frog that he was gonna
Oh,
throw.
okay.
Yeah. So he had put this way. He had a couple bowls there. He just grabbed from the frog bowl.
Oh, okay.
Did I put that on there by mistake?
He
Whatever.
rotisseries everything. He rotisseries everything.
I'm
And
Viking, you're my favorite player right now.
do I get any inspiration?
Give him at least 3. 3 is the fairy tale number. Rule of 3.
I know, but there's something dangerous that happens when you guys get to a
3
certain number of
inspiration.
inspiration.
Give him 3 inspiration.
Oh my gosh.
Granted, it only happens if we all accumulate it into one person. So, and we can also use these inspiration points whenever we want, so it's good to have them.
I know.
It is very
Hey,
good to have
guys.
them.
I'll give you one for the
All right.
performance you did and stuff, darting through the thing, and also just being very dexterous and stuff with the frog swap.
Sweet.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Yes.
did you hear on the news that President Donald Trump got shot like last
Kenny.
Saturday?
Yes.
Yes, this is old news.
We're
I'm
playing
just now hearing
D&D.
about it.
Please, Kenny,
Literally been
please
on the
focus.
newspapers.
If it's not D&D related, do not mention it.
Oh, Mom brought it up just a minute ago. I got home.
I mean, I read on the newspapers because we have one in front of the store. It says that, quote unquote, an assassination attempt was inevitable. Note the sarcasm.
Right.
He's
Anyway,
Jane
let's
Tilly.
keep moving.
Get to it.
Well then. So then, you guys, I'm gonna say collectively via.
All right,
the
everyone. Lunch
So-
is served.
Estrella
Roll me one
splits
last
the
dex check.
chicken into
Sleight of
Me?
hand. Yeah, one last dex check, sleight of hand.
One last
Shirley-
dex check sleight of hand. That
Estrella
is
splits the
a
chicken into, like,
natural
double
20.
some.
Okay then. Okay then. Along your way back, you do bounce between a couple other markets. You stop back with 2 loaves of bread and 4 mangoes. You managed to grab along the way.
Considering that I used to do this for 2 years of my life when I was a child, this is bringing back a few fond memories.
Well, thank you.
Hey, roll me a quick Actually, right. Hey, roll me a quick perception check, particularly one on smell.
Okay. Using passive or active?
I'm gonna say passive, since you're kind of picking up on this.
Okay. 25.
25. You catch a very pungent aroma wafting on the wind. You start following it down just out of curiosity, and you see this market stall stuff with this merchant, this bug merchant, and it seems like they're selling what looks like to be these like soft white bricks or rounds of something. It has like a bit of like from what you're seeing, like the way it's behaving, like it's firm but it has like a little bit of like give to it. They're mumbling about stuff. You pretty sure it might be cheese or a very smelly form of clay. You don't know which. But whatever it is, it's making your mouth water for some reason.
What is that?
Ugh, I think that's stinky cheese. It's
Well,
more of a delicacy.
in
Hard on the
fact,
nose. Very, very interesting flavor.
mm,
I
I'm gonna say this
want
one's
it.
here.
I'm gonna say it basically smells like the armpits of the tunic underneath underneath a plate armor, set of plate armor. And the dude.
What kind of stinky cheese is this?
It's jock scented.
I'm just trying to-
Jockstrap scented.
No, it's not crotch.
Oh no.
It's basically paladin scented, okay? There. I hate you so much. I swear.
Anyway, I'm gonna say it's like a blue cheese to brie, kinda. Touch Limburger.
Limburger is stinky cheese.
I'm giving like general types, like blue cheese, brie, and Limburger.
Fuck you if you
I'm
think
gonna-
Brie smells.
I'm gonna quickly share my
Okay,
screen.
brie
because
does
I have
not
the world
stink.
map open.
It does have a light pungent aroma. A very, very,
Uh,
very.
Are we like around this general area?
Okay. You see that cog right there?
Yeah, this one.
That's Vonstrad.
That's Von Strat. So
Yeah.
we basically got here and decided, do we want to go to the mountains or to the city? And we chose city because we're low on supply.
Yep, restock.
Okay. Is there anything else that we need to do in the city?
For Vonstrad, not really at this point. Besides maybe get some cheese.
As you guys are
Oh.
looking at the cheese, Estrella
Oh, wait.
sort of sneaks off.
Is there a library somewhere?
Roll me a quick history check.
The reason why I'm asking is because I leveled up, I can learn a few new spells.
Also, I'm getting food. Be right back.
I'm guys.
Sounded weird. That is a 16. And I add my history to it. History plus 3, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 for history.
19 for history. You know, Vonstrad is very similar to your hometown, where it's more so just a little bit of a marketplace. Ace, and you got them at a reasonable time. They're reasonably close to about a 3 days journey from a port town.
Yeah,
And
this
stuff,
guy
so
right
they
here.
get lots of goods and stocks in from there. Along with that, it is a place where lots of vendors stop before they make the rest of the way journey to Platinum City.
I'm surprised there's no port city in Platinum anywhere.
Well, they would have one and stuff, but it's more so security. Like, can't
Like
sneak
a
into
retaining wall around all the outside border of.
basically for protection. And anyway, this is put this way. This is general knowledge and stuff about the Platinum Gates. Is that the Platinum Gates they actually move. They actually move. So basically, they'll build up. So basically, on the outside of the Platinum Gates, they'll build up like foundations and stuff. And then the first thing they'll do is move the Platinum Gates to a new location, and then build up on all the foundations that they prepped ahead of time, and slowly.
So they are an expansionist empire.
Yes, and they control. Put it this way, they control. So pretty much all. So if you zoom out real quick, so pretty much that entire dark green strip, and north and east, they pretty much control that entire section land-wise. They control it. Just they haven't expanded out to it yet, since it's taking them time.
Right. Should I Mr. Whiskers goes to the library, or wait, who's going to the library again?
Michaeleen.
Well,
I
Nicholas.
asked if this place even had one. Does it?
No, not really. You might be able to find a bookstall, but again, this is more mercantile stuff. Cloth, silverware, jewelry.
So I'm not going to find anything that can teach me a new spell.
Not really, but I'm just okay. And the way I'm doing this and stuff is when you level up, so when you get new spell slots, you get to add a new spell automatically. So this is more a mechanic thing. You just get a new spell that you can cast. But any other spells you find, you can add them to your list.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what? So should I? So can I go dumpster diving now, or should I wait till everyone's done or something?
You go dumpster diving, and you don't find too much. You find a couple loaves of like moldy bread, maybe some bones and stuff.
I'm gonna put that in my pocket. I'm probably gonna scavenge the ground to see if I can find any loose change, maybe.
Is this the Italy of this world? Because it kind of looks like Italy.
Not really. Anyway, you managed to find 8 copper pieces as you're wandering the ground, surprisingly enough.
Like just loose change?
Yeah, loose change. But that's basically that's pretty much what your character's doing the entire time while the rest of the party's doing stuff. And just like the image I had and stuff of this really cool ass cleric paladin stuff, this goblin cleric tank guy is out the window and stuff with him dumpster diving.
Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, but yeah, you guys pretty much hit most of the needs and stuff. If there's anything else you guys really need, yeah, the only you know, I'm gonna say everyone starts making their way back to the caravan and stuff, and Ben actually separates from the caravan actually to gather information, stuff up ahead to get more information what's going on. They see come anyway, you meet up with him and stuff, and there might be a anyway, party's back at the caravan. The loading, and you guys are loading back up as Bins walks up and stuff and hops in as well. You guys continue, basically take the 4-hour journey to get back on the main road and continue your way there. At least. Bins informs you that there might be a possible new nest or something, some creature, or a nest of creatures that has, from our understanding, started setting up a new nest or something. So
Can I roll a history check to see if I know what monsters he's talking about?
possibly.
Okay. That is a 16. And Michaeleen has a history. +3 to history, so 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. Okay. In total, you managed to figure the way he described it. It sounds like it might be in some kind of bug colony, maybe. And a handful of those. Your brain goes through a handful of different bugs and stuff.
So I went to get some actual food. What did I miss?
We have actual food here.
And as he gestures to the food that he stole.
I was breaking the fourth wall, but yeah, so I had to get some food. What did I miss? Estrella divides the chicken up into even portions, and she kind of looks at you, and she's genuinely grateful. She manages to give you a small smile. Thank you.
Okay.
No problem. All right,
Troublemaker.
back on the road.
As you guys continue traveling down, you travel for maybe about 8 more hours. So 4 hours to get back on the road and stuff, and an additional 8 hours and stuff. So it's starting to get like 6-ish again. So the sun's starting to go down. You guys feel.
Like
You guys get closer and you see. Yeah, I want people and stuff to. So people who are looking out windows, or just looking around and stuff. I want people to roll me perception checks.
Michaeleen is currently writing on Lucy, so.
Okay.
Estrella's riding with Michaeleen.
My perception is a 14, and let me check but my passive perception is 16.
That's a 16 on Estrella's end, and apparently, according to Mom's computer, it's International Moon Day.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loony lunar.
I'm loony, so.
Anyway, so what did people get? Michaeleen?
I rolled a 14, but my passive perception is 16.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you hear a little bit of like some shouting in the distance and stuff, like hey, get away from my garden, things of that nature and stuff. You hear something getting thrown through the bushes. As you start looking around where you're hearing the sound, and you see what looks like to be like the rear end of what looks like to be a very large ant.
That's a big bug.
Dead
Roll me a
end.
perception check again and stuff, but this time you're focusing on it, so you get a bit better at it. Michaeleen, roll me another perception check.
One more perception check. That is a natural 20.
Yeah,
I'm getting a lot of nat 20s tonight.
Anyway, Michaeleen, you immediately recognize and stuff and notice the pattern on it. Its butt has the pattern of a skull and stuff worked into the Kain and coloring of the ant, and you immediately recognize it and stuff. That is a skull cutter worker ant. skull cutter ants are extremely fucking dangerous.
Um,
The workers are about the size of a cow, a milking cow.
would I know how much damage I need to deal to this creature to kill it? Have I killed something like this before?
You have heard stories about them. Skull cutter ants are typically one of the things is that most people say leave the fuck alone because it's not that the members of the workers or the warriors are difficult to deal with. It's more so you kill like a couple of them, they come back in numbers.
Michaeleen's going to slow down and halt everyone behind him.
Everyone, be very fucking quiet. That thing, we need to let it pass. So, and leave it the fuck alone. Otherwise, we will be in deeper shit than ever before.
Okay.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Now that you are properly observing it, I'll start describing it. You see that this worker ant, this worker skull cutter, actually has what looks like to be a bit of like woven, like some natural plant fibers and stuff, woven basket that's kind of wearing around its butt end, almost making it like the back of a semi truck. Like it can hold cargo a bit easier now. And skull cutter
Is it intelligent?
some degree. So skull cutter ants have very understanding intelligence. So they would be like maybe kobolds and goblins, that kind of level of intelligence and stuff, but it's a hive mind. So base workers and warriors they do not communicate. They can't physically speak, but they can communicate via bug things. Go a little higher than that, you might be able to find ones that talk.
Like
And
soldier ants and or drone ants?
things of that nature. But as you notice and stuff, you actually notice that it has basically what looks like to be a very large amount of like watermelons, fruits, cantaloupes, pretty much any source of like fruit sugar and stuff. It has on its back right now. And the worker ant has 4 legs and 2 arms, which the arms are fairly bulky and have like very armored chitinous bodies and stuff. And you notice that has a lot of freaking fruit on its back for some reason at the moment. Roll me a nature check.
Me?
Yeah, for knowledge of skull cutter ants.
My nature is a +3. That is a 15 +3, 16, 17, 18.
18, okay. You have a very strong suspicion. You've heard stories like this, but if you skull cutter ants, they are very omnivorous. So their diet is typically more so meat life form based, but occasionally they do also incorporate plant matter. But it's said if they're gathering like fruit, like lots of it, that means the colony the colony it's from is most likely a juvenile colony, which it's still very dangerous at this stage, but the queens could possibly be negotiated with or talk to about stuff. So,
Question. When you
yes,
say the queen, is it sort of like a Rhaenyra sort of situation where it's got a human body on top of an ant body?
That's
no, it's
usually how
bug.
I
It's
envision
complete
most
bug.
bug people. Like if we're talking monster wise.
Yeah. So it's most likely a juvenile queen, which the fruit, and from what you know about the juvenile colonies and stuff, the younger ones typically have like a sweet tooth, if you heard correct. So you might be able to talk to it and get some benefits or get some stuff out. At least. If you want, I'll let you roll one more history check and then I'll just give you a little bit of blurb about the ants.
Because I know Sylvan, and Sylvan is basically the talk to animals language because of the Fae. Could I, in theory, speak to it in Sylvan and have it understand me?
I'm gonna say this skull. So base level workers and warriors, unless
Not
you're
very intelligent.
yeah, not really. They're also going off very simple instructions, and they're typically for this scenario and stuff that they're currently in. If you do not bother them, they will not bother you. Their primary focus is get fruit for a boss.
Okay. I'll do one more roll, like you said.
Yep, and I'll give
That's
you
a 14.
14.
What roll was this for? What do I add to it?
Do not like nature or history, whichever one's better for you.
My history and nature are the exact same.
Okay, then whatever you prefer.
I'll just do a nature check.
Okay.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Altogether.
Yeah, altogether it's a 17.
From me, I understand they do a lot of digging, and will occasionally like nests that you've heard that's been cleared out. They will typically find like rooms piled to the brim with like ores of like silver, gold, iron, occasionally some deeper minerals and stuff, like a bunch of stuff because like they don't really use it. They just find it as an annoyance in the way.
Abe? Those things typically dig up ores. They don't use it for anything. They actually find it quite annoying. They're semi-intelligent. The queen is the most intelligent and can actually speak. You don't bother them, they don't bother you. You could possibly trade with them. Abe? Dare
Yeah. What's up?
Was just talking to Abe, telling him about this ant species and how they dig up ores like gold and silver and any other kind of metal or mineral because while they're making their nests, they find those and they're in the way and they just pile them up into one room. They don't use them. They pretty much have no concept of how valuable they are to other species, and they are intelligent enough to trade with. At least the queen is.
Interesting.
They mostly communicate. The queen mostly communicates to the workers and soldiers via pheromones, but the queen herself can speak.
And where are they located?
Well, my recommendation? We sit and watch this one until it goes back to its nest. That is how Holviti and I used to locate and eradicate more hostile species.
As
Holviti and my brothers and
as you proceed to watch this one, you guys do see another one walk by it, but it looks much different. Instead, it looks like to have four arms. Two, its main arms are fairly large and bulky, with
soldier.
thick armor chitinous plates, while it has two smaller arms and stuff, kind of wrapped down and coiled about normal human-sized arms. And stuff kind of coiled up the other things. As its head is kind of looking around. You can see its little antenna stuff are kind of like lowering and like flicking up real quick.
Their eyes are more. They're sensitive to motion. Hold still. They're more aggressive than the workers.
I see.
This warrior proceeds to stop. It's like looking around and stuff, and proceeds to kind of help pick up like a handful, like a double armload of like watermelons and stuff off the ground. Proceed to load them onto the worker. As the worker kind of gets filled up, it proceeds to start walking back, and you notice three more soldiers and stuff kind of come out of the brush and stuff as they were kind of like around the surrounding area and kind of like wrap around the worker and stuff.
They're doing a guard detail. They're guarding it as it's going back to the nest.
Mm-hmm. And one of the soldiers is carrying a particularly large watermelon that found.
Follow, but at a distance, and slowly.
Seems reasonable.
If you can think of a way to synthesize, perhaps, something to make us smell like them, maybe we'll be able to walk right into the nest and straight to the queen for an audience.
Which one of us?
Michaeleen?
I could, but I
What
would
is it,
need.
Beans?
This is Ben's talking, or is it Pixie?
You know, I'm gonna make it Ben. I'm gonna make it Ben's and stuff. He's been watching the situation and stuff. I've studied them a little bit. I maybe recommend grabbing some additional fruit to bring with us.
Understood.
We
Spread out, find something to as an offering.
Yes, from what I understand, juveniles are skull cutter ants are dangerous regardless and stuff, but juveniles are a bit easier to make deals with, and from what I understand, they're one of the very rare species when you make a deal with, they uphold their end 110%. And so, and I have heard stories where people near a skull cutter ant colony can move through their territory without issue due to previous agreements. So we might be able to possibly get a much clearer straight shot path through the mountains than just wandering through.
My thoughts exactly. You're not the only one who studied monsters for a good majority of your life.
Understandable, but well, I have book knowledge and you have practical knowledge. But when you combine the two together, education's gained for both.
So, I'm rolling a dice. Estrella has committed she's snuck it off and she's flown and she's looking for food to bring back for an offering. That is a 16 on my perception. Do I find any good food to eat?
You find what looks like to be a basket and stuff of like maybe a guave. They kind of sitting on the ground. Most of them seem to be kind of that the basket got trampled on a little bit, but there's about maybe about three decently sized ones that look in decent condition.
I take those 3 decent condition stalks of agave and I bring them back. Well, I found agave, and if these ants know anything about brewing, then they might be able to make some tequila. Make friends with some bats.
I think I meant to say guava, but whatever.
Well, you told me agave, so
Yeah, they can turn
voila,
into syrup.
agave.
Yeah.
Hopefully they
Can I
have
try and see if there's any peyote around?
Peyote.
If you know what that
Technically-
is.
catnip. There's some cantrip nip in the sorcerer's pocket. She's got some cantrip nip. She's been saving it for potions.
Right, but peyote is it's a psychedelic. I don't know how if ants would be interested in it, but
We're giving them booze and psychedelics.
I'm gonna say no. You don't find any peyote.
peyote.
Peyote. Anyway.
Damn, I was
Darren?
gonna give them some polls. Maybe they should get us party started.
We're giving them we come bearing booze, psychedelics, and poles.
We're here to start a party, and we'll leave before you finish it.
It's horrible.
I mean, we're hoping to get safe passage through the mountains.
I mean, ant colonies are a hierarchy.
Make nice with the queen. Everyone else will leave us alone.
Or a coup d'etat.
You do also realize that ant colonies are ant queen is mother of every ant, and there is no such thing as a coup d'etat in ant colonies unless a rival queen comes in and.
Yeah.
Well, we do have another female here.
And I don't believe that Estrella is interested in birthing hundreds of thousands of skull ants.
She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to. She just needs to challenge the queen.
I'm not going to
The
challenge.
queen can be reasoned with.
I'm not going to challenge the queen. And second, I'm a hobby. They're ants. I don't think any of them would consider me potential.
So you guys are just gonna bring a guave, anyway, a guave, and that's it, or you
And
guys just
gifts
any
of
other?
warmth and affection.
Can I roll to see if I find any sort of? All right.
Anyone
That
else?
is a 19.
19. You actually find what looks like to be a basket of mangoes and stuff that was like. I'm guessing while they were kind of rummaging through this area and stuff, you start looking around and notice that this was actually a large fruit garden and stuff that was kind of being tended to people. As you guys are looking around, you find like a basket of like really high quality looking mangoes and stuff. I'm gonna say maybe 40 in all.
Wait, this was a fruit garden. Was it set up by the skullcutter ants, or did they drive out the people who actually planted all this stuff?
I'm gonna say they didn't drive out, but they basically walked into the garden and stuff and proceeded to start grabbing crap.
And the people who did plant them realized, okay, we're just going to let them do their thing and not aggravate them, because otherwise we are fucked.
Yeah, the shouting you heard earlier was one of them attempting to shoo him off, but
God
yeah,
damn
he
it.
proceeded to get thrown like 20 feet.
What'd you say?
So you did hear shouting earlier, but then like a crashing sound as like what you assume was one of the workers and stuff tried to shoo him off, proceeded to get thrown 20 feet. You look in the general direction, you can see like a couple other workers and stuff tending to the dude, not paying you much mind since their guy kind of got hurt.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's go and try and make nice with the queen.
You guys, okay, I'm gonna need so you guys, I'm just gonna say you guys leave the caravan. Lucy, you can choose to have Lucy follow you on.
Have her be shrunk down to the size of a monitor lizard and ride on my back.
Okay. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna need everyone to make a stealth check roll. So D20, add your stealth.
Since I don't have mine, we're just gonna hope for the best. That's a natural 20, so I'm super stealthy.
You still
got 2.
That's a nat 20 on my end, too.
remember you also have a cloak of invisibility.
I do, but ants are also very smell orientated. I don't know if it says it in my thing, but I don't know if it gets rid of my smell.
It doesn't, but it will make you harder to see at least. So put it this way. Visibly
You
it
drive them crazy.
it wouldn't be able to see you and stuff. It would like still have like a way of detecting you, but it couldn't figure out where you are outright.
It's like, I can smell the person, but they're not there. Where are they?
Okay.
You basically drive them crazy.
If you want.
The description on my cloak, the item description is, I have 2 hours of invisibility, and it has a 12-hour cooldown.
Okay.
And I don't know how long I've actually been using my invisibility cloak for. I want to say I had used it in the town for like maybe half an hour.
Yeah, I was saying something about that, and then I'll tell you to have recharged by then because you guys took 4 hours to get there, 4 hours to get back, and then another 8, so that's 12.
Estrella channeling her inner owl. She's just super stealthy. Not even her wings make a sound.
Everyone else, what you get for stealth checks?
18.
I got 12
12. Okay.
plus 2 for stealth.
14. Okay. I'm gonna say mostly everyone is stealthing rather nicely, and Michaeleen, I presume you're the one kind of leading the pack mostly.
Yeah, considering that I've done something similar to this before.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
for
go
fuck's sake! My grandma's calling me. Give me a moment.
Nara.
So are we all having fun? Also, it's 10:11, so perhaps find a place to wrap up in just a little bit.
I kind
That
of
would
want to
be
push
sweet.
just like I want to push for like maybe 50 more minutes, like push
Yeah,
till
it's
11.
1:12, so let's finish up soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably stop right here for if we're being honest. This
Yeah,
Or-
like
or-
before we get into the actual like action of it. Plus,
Yeah,
I
or
know
if-
I know for a fact Nate's asleep.
Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah,
then
we
we'll
can
just
end it.
pause it.
We can end it here at least and stuff. So anyone who needs to do leveling up stuff, get lined out. Abe, you can manage leveling up yourself.
Yeah, no, I got myself already. I did it before we even started.
Good. Quick question, HP wise and stuff. When you rolled your hit, how'd you do your HP?
Same way you normally do it.
Which is
You roll a hit die and add your constitution.
okay. Just put it this way: the way I do my HP is you roll for.
I need to go outside really quick.
Okay. Anyway, so you basically roll your hit die. If you get